Alright, let's do it.
Game number 1 here between... I guess might as well just announce him here. In the top left corner, we have the Protoss player. It is Rise from Scythe Gaming, from what I can see.
Yeah.
Take it away, Bobbin.
To the south side of the map, we have the green Zerg player. It is Nefaste.
Oh yeah.
At least that's how I'm pronouncing it. I think you coined that initially. It makes sense. Like,
oh, the whole time our volume's been down. Kidding. Joking. Joking, Bob. Keep the lid on the top, Bob.
Lessons learned.
Keep the lid on the top.
Well, I mean, I was thinking actually, at least we caught it this early, is what I was thinking in my head. Like, well, at least it wasn't like last time.
Yeah.
Or 2 times ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I have a checklist now. As you might know, I went ahead and did that because I was having none of your shenanigans. No more.
Not gonna let me throw wrenches in your
Bob
in your
shenanigans.
cog.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you said you had an XSplit problem before. You had to like reset your computer or something like that. But
well, no, it wasn't a problem. It was the new update was incompatible with my old presets, and so I had to manually load the old preset. Load a really old. It's funny because it was incompatible with my preset I had just made. I guess they put something in that caused some issues in between that and like 2 patches before. So I loaded up an older one and then fixed stuff from there to be useful, basically. Now we got this. Now we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
Troubleshooting away. Well, at least nobody fell on a computer helmet. That's all that's good, I guess.
Computer lives matter, Bob.
I mean, I'm not actually in studio to fall on a computer, so it's okay.
Could happen.
I mean, a year and a half later, I'm still not living that down. That's ridiculous.
Nope, you never will. I mean, that's something you don't get over for the rest of your life. Fall on one computer and that's who you are. That's who you've become. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if we're going to get an Immortal out here or he's going to go straight for Observer. I think he'd probably... Oh, Immortal it is. Having no scouting information since the triple hatch. I mean, I suppose you don't really need to see stuff this early. Unless you get Scarleted, which looks like it's going to happen. Ling all in all day.
It is. We see the Ling string across the map here. Speed just kicked in here for Nefaste as he's looking to put on the pressure real hard here on Rise's side of the map. The Immortal will pop out, which is nice in most situations, Element, but not with Mass Ling. Not with Mass Ling, guys.
Nope, this Zealot has... Oh!
Oh,
no!
Oh, that's it. Oh, that's bad.
Does he have a Mama Core? No Mama Core? What?
No, he cut corners to get this Immortal out real fast, I guess.
You don't cut the Mama Core corner. You don't cut the
like whole position on
Banelings.
Whoa. I like the whole position on these.
Yeah, it's actually doing some work. He needs one more pylon, though. I think he can put that down.
Oh, just cream into the Cybernetic Storm, man. Just get rid of it.
He's got enough gas here to warp in another century, even.
Oh, wow. I can't believe Nefaste was derping with his Ling so hard, though. Like, how long was that Immortal and those sentries picking at those Lings? Well, they're just, like, running in circles around those whole position probes. Like, he didn't individually micro his Lings, and that's just devastating. Force field's gonna go down.
Oh, the warping! Oh, my God,
now
Bob.
has an actual wall. This is a hold that should never have happened, Element.
Bobby called it early.
I did, but it should never have happened, Element. This game
we talked about the worker control there.
Well, yeah, but that should never have worked. It should never have worked. They weren't even blocking the ramp properly. Like, you kill one probe, you're through. It's, I don't know,
I enjoyed this thoroughly, Bob. And these guys, I think they're both diamond too, by the way, so it's not like we're, you know, casting the mana already.
Oh, I guess maybe. Well, I thought Nefaste was, like, GM, I thought. Because we cast them before.
Perhaps. I mean, you know, some of these guys are from EU, I think, so maybe that's why. That makes sense, actually. I mean, yeah, I guess we have cast, I think, both of these guys, even.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think you're wrong on that diamond call.
Definitely Nefaste we've casted before on Go for events, I'm pretty sure. So it looks like we got a little bit of a move out here for
it's gonna Rise.
Maybe
Completely back at home.
Maybe gonna try to go some sort of aggression here.
This counterattack's trying to happen. You have to warp in a couple things.
Oh, the wall completely walled off though.
Yeah, well, I mean, just to make sure he doesn't die though, because this cyber core is taking some damage.
Ooh, nice force field going down. Eliminate some of that damage. Still continuing on. His attack is Rise with his Warp Prism. We got Immortals actually going for a little Immortal drop in the natural base of Nefaste. Nefaste has nothing here to deal with it except for a handful of links and a Baneling. Banelings do not kill Immortals. Last I checked, Element, and it is picking apart free reign on this natural base. Some Lings do finally swarm in, but not in time as the Adepts and Sentries are here to say hello, and these Banelings don't even get a hit. That feels real bad in that regard. Good force fields going down by Rise. Zoning out those. That's it, man. Wow. Counterattack. Beautifully played there from Rise, just deciding it's like, you know what? You derped, man. I'm just gonna go A move my way out. I mean, he did do some
so sad too, because that game, as you say, should have been Ogre.
Game number 1. I was watching them cast. They did a very good job, so big shout out to them. They're supporters of the stream, of course. And we also have Jordan's adminning too.
Oh yeah.
For us today, so a big shout out to Jordan.
Yeah. This event, by the way, is half sponsored. I guess it's like a marriage of sorts, I think, between Gauntlet and OSC.
Yeah,
right?
co-sponsored.
You mentioned that already? You mentioned
I did indeed.
Okay, just mention
it
again.
OSC, man. Big shout out to them, doing a lot for the StarCraft 2 scene. You can follow them on Twitter at SC2_online.
Yep. And, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, we got the hatch first, it looks like, coming out of B-Lord here. Peppy's been a little bit, a little more safe, I suppose, although we say safe. Could be going full Bly here. We don't know.
Oh.
8 Lings.
But Element,
Eventually.
I don't know who this person on the right is. Maybe you should tell us.
I'm talking about it. He's making Lings. He's Peppy. I said his name.
I know, but I don't know. It's like sometimes are we doing introductions?
You don't do the formal one when the Lings are already out, Bob.
That's true. It doesn't matter at this point, I guess.
You just say Peppy's got Lings, and they should know who Peppy is because the Lings are of Peppy's ownage.
And B-Lord is the guy that's gonna get owned by these Lings.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Exactly.
Oh, beautiful. Look at this.
Wow.
Going down that hatch block.
Oh,
B-Lord, you
oh my goodness, Bob.
This is buy him so much time. I mean, that costs a lot of money, though, too. Let's be real. And it's going down in health quite fast. But will it buy him enough time? I think it might. He has 8 Lings on the way. They're about to pop. His natural is fully built. So it's going to take quite a long time for this small amount of Lings to take it out. And I think B-Lord just did exactly what's needed, Element. Wonderful play coming out of B-Lord. Hey, these Lings are going to pop just in the nick of time.
Right now.
Shoot them off with some of his workers.
Should be enough with a couple worker help. In fact, doesn't even need it because a couple of Lings went down to the south, it looked like. I mean, north from Peppy, so took the long road.
Like, just next level, Element. Next level.
Yeah. By the way, B-Lord's got a huge advantage in the speed timing here, which will help him take a third later on as well. But she's just gonna chase these Lings all the way back. A couple of them in red health. They can't turn around.
Where's Peppy from? Is he from, like, Southeast Asia scene? He's on XL5.
Yeah. Australia, he said. So, it's basically Pig's brother.
He's basically Pig's brother.
I always joke around with, Scarecrows from Australia and a couple other people. There's one guy that I always see on Reddit, Buccaneer, I think his name is. Me and him have some funny jabs. But, he goes to school in this place where there's just kangaroos sleeping on the field, basically, right outside the school. He sent me a picture even. It's pretty funny stuff. Anyways, these Lings got absolutely destroyed over here when speed finished up, Bump.
Well, all I got from that story was Element is, he's just hanging with the famous now. All the people that matter.
The Australians? Is that what you're saying?
You're so popular.
Oh, goodness. Anyways, thank you for following Big Daddy. I think that's what the name was. I just say what I read. All
right, got a couple Lings here for B-Lord. Gonna try to focus down this Spine Crawler. That is getting pretty scared. Oh, it goes down without a cancel too. These queens will not move from this ramp. They don't want to risk any run-bys going on.
A couple further Lings coming in here, and this Baneling goes down. He might be overwhelmed speed-wise.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start a roach for it instead.
These queens are actually under assault too. They have no money or no energy for transfuse. They will go down fairly quickly. These Lings for Peppy tried to take out the rest of these Lings, but just not enough. Some more do pop out but the speed is a little bit too much, as Element did say, for B-Lord. Speed, though, about to finish. In fact, just did now for Peppy, so he may be able to chase away the rest of B-Lord.
Maybe able to, Bob, but we got 11 roaches in the production tab here for B-Lord. Oh my, that's a number of roaches.
I just want to like learn from this guy, B-Lord. Just does everything right. Does everything right. This guy's so good.
Yeah.
All right, and he has a third base too. I mean, that third hatch down. I mean, he's just using it for production, but hey, he has a third hatch down. We got some lings going to try to contest that, as the speed lings are heading quite fast. What do we have here?
Give him a false sense of hope. Hey, I've killed your hatch. Well, you've actually got 20 roaches on the way to your base.
Yeah, exactly. This is only just a handful of units here just left at home to defend that third base,
which is pretty nice. He will probably scout. Okay, he doesn't have any overloads on the north side, so we won't actually see that it goes all the way home. But sends his lings, keeps a couple roaches back. They'll hold it off until he needs the reinforcements anyways.
Well, speaking of roaches, overlords, where's the overlords on this bottom ramp? Peppy has no scouting there.
Yeah. Well, he sees them coming out at the red right before, but he should see them going across too. If he gets around here, Flings might be able to do some damage to these roaches. In fact, he's doing best he can hope for, I suppose. Yeah.
There are some defensive roaches, and they will do a decent job. Not enough.
That's game, Bob. After that first hold, I think it was the writing was on the wall, basically, as you say.
Yeah, it's a $50 qualifier, guys, so it's not just for a qualifying spot for Friday, but they get money out of for their troubles as well. And that's, we see Guru on the other side of the bracket owning it up. He already did this last week, went through the qualifier, got some money, made it into the $100 Gauntlet event, won the whole thing. So he banked a lot of.
All right, I thought you were done, but keep going.
Oh, he's banked a lot of dough from the Gauntlet series so far, as in this early stages of season 2.
All right, Bob, and here's something we see early on: the difference between these two players. B-Lord's perfectly happy going for the economic open and taking perhaps a little bit of a risk, a gamble here, where Peppy always wants this aggressive open, wants to get the damage done early. This map, though, I don't think it's a good one to go for. It's so long and you're so far away. I feel like a quick hatch is a safe play, no matter who you're playing against. B-Lord gets the gold first, so if he can hold that, it'd be a nice economic advantage for him. And look at this worker in the gas line, slowly ticking away at all these units.
Yeah, they're getting quite low in health. That's like you're worrying. Oh my gosh, Element. Can you get that?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so low.
Okay, dear Lord. Playing a fire.
Terrifying.
Peppy.
Yeah.
Is Peppy the name of that frog from Star Fox?
Frog?
Is that Peppy?
I don't know, man. I don't
Have you ever played Star Fox?
Of course I did. The N64 back in the day, of course, but I don't remember names.
Maybe the
I just remember the Hawk guy. He was my favorite character. Or Falcon,
what?
or whatever he was.
You call him the Hawk guy?
Oh, he was like a bird or something.
You talking about Falco?
Yeah, Falco. Well, yeah.
You call him the Hawk guy?
Well, he was like a hawk, but he was like.
Okay, this conversation's over, Bob. This conversation's over. No respect.
Well, he was my favorite character. I don't know why it just was.
Dear Lord. Next time you're gonna call the Fox guy.
I didn't remember his name. Okay, give me a break.
This conversation's over, Bob. I already said that. Oh goodness. So speed is actually quite far along here, even for B-Lord, despite him taking that hatch first. Worker count is in favor of Peppy. Income, though, is in favor of B-Lord, just because of that gold base, getting an extra couple minerals. B-Lord starts a base of his own. I mean, Peppy, but B-Lord does see it, and B-Lord's got his own third as well going up. So maybe this game equalizes. Maybe a bunch of roaches come across the map and kill somebody. Stay tuned to find out.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. But B-Lord does have that gold base, as we did point out earlier on. That is his natural, so he's going to have a, I guess, at least an economic lead for some time. He may indeed. Let's take a look at that.
Hopefully, it didn't get spotted by like a falcon or something.
Yeah, he is. He definitely has about a 200 and some mineral lead as far as mining is concerned. That's pretty good.
Definitely good in a mirror matchup, especially ZVZ, where a lot of your units have to fight head on head, and there's some micro potential, but
here we go, Element. We have 18 lings in production here for B-Lord, and in fact they just popped out more lings here streaming across the map, already going to meet this newly forming gold base of Peppy, but Peppy is prepared with a lot of lings and some banelings. Just about halfway done. B-Lord needs to be very careful, but this is just an expeditionary force of lings. The rest are streaming across the map now. We can check it out in the mini map. Do we have a oh, there it is.
Tab up.
Evolution chamber. Interesting. And the roach horn.
So they're gonna get some drops, and I think there is no baneling nest though for B-Lord. So won't have those. A couple lings shaved off here. Peppy does get on B-Lord. Fairly nice move there, actually. I don't know about that one.
Running on by.
Was a lot. Interesting though. A lot more lings come in for Peppy. Remember, at the same time, B-Lord's making some drones here and there, so he has shot in a couple more there. The income will skyrocket even higher. Oh my God! Look at these banes. I thought they were jumping in, Bob. They are jumping in. Here we go.
Jumping in.
This roach
oh my gosh! Oh, he needs to use these roaches to tank the damage. Oh, these lings are on the. Oh, these lings are gonna get hit. Oh my gosh! Well, huge hits going down on these roaches and link as more lings flood in here for Peppy. But these roaches quite high in number and gotta get this pretty good in the mineral line here.
Yeah, tucked away.
Pretty good hold for B-Lord there. That almost ended really badly, but still could, as we have a lot more lings streaming in. Still a healthy number of roaches available for B-Lord in his defense. More about to pop as he has. He's continuing on production now. Actually, we're going to replace some of his lost lings here in the meantime to facilitate his defense from this heavy aggression coming out of Peppy. Peppy's going to go for a run by in the natural base. Pretty smart, but there are some roaches and lings that do pop out just in the nick of time. Some lings of B-Lords are going to engage near the middle of the map here, and they get eaten alive by the Peppy's large amount of lings. A good positioning yet again of
a lot of lingers coming to the north here from both sides. Actually gets a nice surround on these roaches and actually takes out a fair number of them. What's he have for army here, Bob? Oh, I guess a lot of lings pop out there at the same time with the roaches anchoring. Should be able to take it back. In the grand scheme of things, we have well, we got the ling upgrade. Actually, I didn't notice that come through. +1 for Peppy. That's why his lings are doing so well against these roaches, considering they're just lings.
Yeah, and they did pretty good. And all things considered, in that last attack, the roaches for B-Lord were right against this hatchery. Not exactly, but they're spread out around the hatchery. It's not the most ideal situation against this massling composition. So they didn't get surrounded, but they weren't clumped up, which is more ideal. As far as a large number of roaches go, and they did reset the roach count.
Oh boy! In the main, Bob, some lings get in, and he doesn't separate off his units. Let's see if they get any damage done here. Doesn't look like. I would have shaved a couple off to the north, probably made some banes or something. We see that happen quite often.
That's true, but only 4 go down. I think B-Lord can afford that.
Yeah, it's an even worker count right now. Upgrade with this armor should be in favor actually of Peppy. To be honest. I'm gonna say a B-Lord, but then again, the range upgrade is what matters right now. I think they're both gonna be looking to get into that range attack, unless it goes Mutas. Certainly could. Nice long map, perfect map for Mutas, I think. Not for Peppy,
well, he's getting lair, getting more gases out of his gold bases. Peppy, I think Mutalisks are definitely something on the cards here for Peppy. So good read there, Element. We have more lings streaming across the south side of the map. We got a nice little split going on for Peppy too. A little bit to the north, some to the south. West here as well. For Peppy, morphing in some more banelings, trying to sandwich in B-Lord. So B-Lord has to be super careful here with these roaches. The roaches are actually caught a little bit off guard.
All the banes, Bob, they're coming in.
They're moving in, Element. Oh, he does move the workers way in the right direction. Not bad at all. And they're actually, those banes are going to hit roaches here, so that's completely useless. And
that was unfortunate.
Peppy's forced to run home.
Did pull the roaches back though. There was a shaving of roaches that were going up north. And when that attack came in, they decided to turn right around. And what do we got in the way, Bob? Spire halfway done here. And what do you have to do for Spire? You gotta buy time. More time you buy, the better you are. Spine's going up. Spine's going up in the natural. Spine's going up in the third. He's getting ready for this transition, Bob. Got all 3 gases up and running. It's looking like a pretty good spot, actually. Considering there's no Hydroden, no Infestation Pit or anything like that. Queens are paltry in number. So, pretty good.
Oh, we definitely have a massive supply lead here for B-Lord, but that's obviously a lot in roaches. Now,
yeah, that roach is heavily inflated. Plus, he's holding his cash right now. He's saving that gas up, saving that mineral. We'll see, though. Oh, there we go. B-Lord gets the scout. Oh, boy. That was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. A scout with that overseer for B-Lord. He will know what's up. I expect him to throw him some spores very soon. In fact, that's exactly what he does. 4 going down and rising. He definitely wants to play it safe here. His creep's still not directly connecting his natural to his third base. Which was
Hydroden as well, Bob.
Which he might want if he wants to defend with queens too.
Yeah, creep's a good thing.
Yeah, well, looks like he's just going to go across the map now. Is B-Lord going to utilize his supply advantage here for the time being?
Punch it in. Oh. That was some pathing issues or something, but Pepe lost a good 20 lings there for nothing.
Something went awry. That was not very ideal there for Pepe.
How many spines do we have up, Bob? That's the question. 3 here, 3 in the natural. So he's going to have to whittle away at these roaches as they come in. Roaches have +1 armor, though, remember, so they're fairly tanky. Okay.
Oh, these roaches do not have +1 armor.
I would commit to the 3rd, perhaps. Oh, no, Pepe's units have the armor.
Yep.
Wow, Bob, you're good.
+1 attack.
Got those glasses.
So these Mulas are actually going to do quite a bit of damage now, chasing B-Lord back at home. Somehow catching him, like, what did he expect? He tried to make something happen, didn't work out. Now he's going to lose a few roaches for absolutely nothing, as Pepe is morphing really in a bunch of banelings to the north of this gold base.
It's really interesting. Pepe isn't going full on with the Mulas here. He's going to Hive right now. He's getting them more melee upgrades. He's going to go... I'd like to say it's Broodlords, but this is a good Ultra map. So I'm not too sure. We'll see. We'll see soon, of course, when this Hive finishes up.
4th base going up for both players. Putting up the spores at this newly formed 4th base is B-Lord. Does not want to die. These Mutalisks harass. Has some Hydralisks pumped out already and more on the way. I don't mind this composition going for, I guess, maybe a Roach Hydralisk to counteract these Mutalisks. But as Elma did point out, Hive is on the way here for Pepe, as he's not going to stick around with these Mutalisks. He just has his flock. He's not producing anymore, from what I can tell.
Yeah, he's steering the map, basically. And he's going up to this Hive, upgrades armor, at least, in the advantage. And that'll do wonders if he does go to Ultras. We're going to see. It's finishing up right now. About 3 seconds away. See if he's on the ball here for what he wants to make. Oh, Ultralist, then it is, Bob.
Immediately.
Sometimes you call things correctly. Sometimes you give both options so you can't be wrong. Who can say?
That's how I'm always right.
Yeah, exactly.
When I remember the second option.
Oh, got an Overlord dying in the north.
That's bad times.
Yeah, I don't like that. But
no, there's no reason for you to die.
Survival of the winning team.
Oh, it's super dead now with that Mutalisk joining in.
Oh yeah, super dead. It has to be, but it didn't even try to get away. It knew its fate. Knew what was up. Anyways, we got
the question is, what does B-Lord do right now, Elm? What does B-Lord do against the impending Ultralisk flood?
Well, he never even saw the Hive come in, which was the scary part. So, one thing I've noticed that is pretty good against Ultras, if you can get the good, correct location, is a good number of lurkers with some roaches in front, and you just kind of have to make sure those roaches aren't clumped up and use them as kind of a buffer. And it's almost a suicide to attack into.
Oh wow, this 4th base, 4 B-Lord's gonna go so low, it's going down!
Wow!
Wow!
What a boss!
Sick.
I want that base, I'm taking it. You can have my Banes. Enjoy them.
Well, B-Lord has to realize he's facing a ZVZ against a
Bob,
Australian Zerg player.
Has he played with the bear? Oh,
they only have Zergs down there, man. That's all he knows. It's all Pepe knows.
8 Ultras coming out. Armor not yet done, though. These Roaches and Hydras can do a fair bit of damage to them and kite them all day. There are no infestors. No way to lock this down. Let's see.
As good as Ultras are, this attack is going to be pretty devastating. Will
poking the bear.
Hit for tat here. Yeah, poking bear indeed. Element good call, as this Force 4 B-Lord got awoken before these Ultras become a massive issue. I like this. Taking down those rocks, buying himself a little bit more time here. Retreating to his newly formed 4th base. More Ultras popping out.
If he had if he just had one infestor. Okay, so these Ultras are getting focused down fairly fast. We do the transfuse now, though.
Yeah, pretty good transfuses, but they're attacking in a clump. Not exactly smart for Ultralisks. Gladly will B-Lord take
that. It's one-shotting them. Roaches do a huge amount of damage. Well, a large amount of damage very slowly. Their shots are slow, so they're actually not bad against Ultras.
Supplies are starting to plummet for both players here. All the Mutalisks are gone. Some Ultras still left on the field, but they're low and healthy. Speeds are gone
coming out though, Bob. 6 more Ultras and some Lings. He needs a couple Banes in here, I would say. I think it might be time for Broodlord to get back. Although the Ling's holding him in place. Oh boy!
Ling force field going down.
Ultra hug. Not the type of hug you want.
Ling force fields managed to get the surround there to facilitate the attack of these Ultralisks. And now it looks like he's on the chase here. Is Pepe looking to try to end this game here with a supply lead enjoyed by B-Lord still. Pumping out some more roaches and Well, actually, just roaches right now. No Hydralisk on the field yet.
This is where B-Lord could use just a tad, just a few lurkers. Just a lurker or one or two. You know, stop those lings, stop those banes, which I expected with the Hydras earlier. You know, can't really jump on that when you got a couple lurkers behind it. But
these roaches are just
here might be getting himself caught out. Actually, the ling hug once again. Oh no. Okay, you don't want to attack through this ramp, I guess.
Never going to be effective with range units there. So you can force the pull
check
back
that income
out
real
the
quick,
open
Bob. Might be interesting. Nope, dead even. Not interesting at all. Take it back.
Pretty much dead even. Actually, there's a slight lead economically, but by 200 for...
So what I notice here is not a single spore in any base. Perhaps he could get... Oh, he has burrow coming, Bob. He's got burrow movement. Oh, this could be the play. This could be the play, Bob.
Play that he needs.
He's got to survive till then, though.
Solidify this game.
And we have a couple Vipers coming in. Probably used for Blinding Cloud. Perhaps he just wants to pull one roach in at a time. Who can say, Bob? Both are valid. One's more valid than the other.
That's true. All right, trying to contest this newly formed base of Peppy is B-Lord with all these roaches. But he doesn't want to collapse in on this. There's so many Ultralisks here. He's just going to forego that completely. Take out this fourth
we have
base.
quite a bit of transfuse here, so it should be safe. Oh boy, I don't want to get caught by these lings.
That's pretty
Although
close.
burrow's complete.
Peppy just runs around him. He's actually fighting with the lings right now, Element. Content with doing that. Having them tanks him down. There he goes. Runs them around these roaches. Trying to get this round. Actually gets this round on some of them, but pretty good stutter step control here from B-Lord. Giving them the dance of death.
Okay. All the workers getting in on the hug now too. Oh, an ultra surround.
Oh no. Only one Ultralisk on that side immediately gets focused down by this number of roaches. These roaches also have 2-1.
He needs one fungal. Just one fungal and you shut this down. All the way down. Burrow movement's done now, Bob. He's going to see it, though. To complete right away, and he knows that that's an issue left to contend with.
Yeah.
He could attack his own Ultra right now and do the splash damage on them if he really wanted to. Or attack one of his own lings, and the splash would still affect the underneath units. So we have the splitting.
The heal so fast, I don't think it would matter.
Oh, you get 8 Ultras doing splash. Some good stuff. Focusing down hatches is B-Lord. And the Ultras are derping on their pathing.
Oh, he's gonna get the Ultras Cavern. The Ultras Cavern, so low Element there. It goes down. No Ultras for you, Peppy.
B-Lord with the plays.
Wow, I gotta commend Peppy, though, for holding in for so long. The supplies are still even, though. He can still take this game, but right now he's just being, it looks like he's just being torn apart by these newly burrowed roaches.
The forces are leaving. He's gonna lose a Spire now, too. Not that he really needs a Spire. He set up 4 more Ultras at the time of his losing the cavern. I still think I need just one infester here would change everything. You know, and you just get that. Be patient with
interesting. He chose Vipers, which is I found an interesting choice.
Well, I mean,
you want to stop
run.
them from moving.
Thing is, I mean, he must play this a lot. He was fairly comfortable of holding him in place with lings, and perhaps he plays on the Australian server to North America often, and the fungal's not as easy to hit or something, and it's just something he's not used to. Remember, he's playing across that server leg, so something to factor in.
That's a good point there, Element. As looks like B-Lords is in a commanding position now. Hades has 4 bases mining up healthily for quite some time. 5th base about halfway done. Peppy is on the run back home, trying to consolidate his forces. But what does he have to support?
Put it all together.
Find out in his natural.
Gonna start another base, but I think it's time to go, Pep.
Yeah, he's gonna try to double expand, maybe just hunker down, try to get these bases up. But he only has a handful of Ultras left. Can't even produce any more. Or actually, or can he? Did he rebuild it?
Imagine a fungal with this Blinding Cloud. My God, that would be powerful.
That would be pretty sick there, Element. Hard to execute, though, and definitely costs a lot of gas to help make that initiate, but not a bad idea. A lot more roaches in production here for B-Lord, as he's still continuing on this aggression. We do have a run-by of lings to try to take out this 4th base, and they do of B-Lord, so B-Lord does lose a base, but he has a new base. He has a 5th. That's up and running now, so he's not going to really lose a beat. Yeah.
We got a roach run by actually into the worker line. Oh, he's going to take down the Ultralisk Cavern once again. Oh, no.
There it goes. And these Ultralisks are going down pretty fast. Forced to run away for the time being is B-Lord. Try to get a more favorable position as more lings do support these Ultralisks. As
the Roach is still...
Just look at these Vipers. What are these Vipers doing? Nothing. I get the idea because it allows the ultimates, they could close the distance, and attacks if they're not really affected by the blinding cloud. That being said, B-Lord is content with running away, backing up and re-engaging
out of the blinding cloud. Ultra in the bottom here. Whoa, did you see that one Roach carcass? Dear Lord. Good game, well played. Yeah, I think, like I said, I'm thinking the server lag has something to do with it not wanting to commit to a infestor.
Yeah, you whiff them.
But I think that's the play, though. You lock that down, and then a couple sheaths from the...
Yeah, it could have very well been a different game there, that's for sure.
And Bob, we are right into game number 1 here.
All right, we are, guys. This is Gauntlet Season 2, Qualifier number 2, sponsored by OSC and Gauntlet SC2. You can follow the series on Twitter at Gauntlet SC2. And we have a pretty awesome series coming up right now, guys.
An awesome series in what Bob has titled The Battle of South America.
That is not what I said, but hey, it also fits in super direct, I guess. Here.
Yep. In the bottom right corner, in the Battle of South America, it is Cham.
It is OSC Root Cham. He's a new signee to Root.
Oh, well,
pretty awesome.
OSC Root Cham. OSC, yeah. One of the sponsors of this event here. These qualifiers that we put on.
Right.
Yo, no Chizo. Wait. I don't know.
Right, to the north, we have the purple Zerg player. It is B-Lord.
I'm going to need some translation on what Desda Kuando means, and especially Kappa. Don't know anything about that. Kappa.
Can someone please translate Kappa for me? Thank you.
Oh, I'm talking about WSG here. Yep, definitely don't know what's going on. So, 3-2 final. They must have almost made it into WSG. Got 12 pooled. See, I've got this. Scarterino, didn't happen. Got hit by a 12 pool. Ryu hit him with that ball of fire. Yeah. That blast. And then Bueno, I know those. Those are made by the same company who makes Kinder Eggs.
Those are great candies. Bar.
Yeah. See, got everything here. Anyways, production tab up on the way, Bob. I think we have a Ling attack on the north here. Yeah, a couple slow Lings. Probably just gonna try and jump in. Maybe if they can get a queen, then that's pretty cool. Probably just gonna go for a couple workers though. Queen shouldn't be done by the time. And yeah. Thanks for following, guys. See a couple followers here and there, missing the names, but definitely
got these Lings attacking Cham's workers. He's trying to get back to the safety of his mineral line in the main to consolidate with the rest of his workers. And this queen does pick a few of them apart. Lings in production here for Cham. He's trying to hold on. He will hold on just fine, as there are no more Lings on the way here for B-Lord, and it will get deflected eventually without losing a whole lot. In fact, I don't even think he lost a drone. Some low health ones, but he got out just in the nick of time.
Yeah, you have to remember there's only one lost Ling here too, so these Lings will stay alive, be back at it later. Roach run on the way for Cham in the front of the wall there, and a evolution chamber as well. Probably gonna go for a +1 Roach timing, I would say. You usually throw down the third with this, but don't saturate fully. Hit your friend in the face. Both of them doing the same thing though. B-Lord a little bit behind.
Also, something I want to mention too, we alluded to possibly doing, we got a little pause here. Alluded to possibly doing a South America oriented Gauntlet event.
Which we are going to do.
Yes. So these two players will be a part of it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, most certainly.
So you're saying this is like a preview to that event?
It is a preview, actually. I actually want that to happen the week after this one.
Resumed.
So, basically,
quite possibly next week, man. We'll have a Gauntlet event with South America players. That'll be pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited for that.
That is pretty hype. Hoping we can get Kellizer Kellizer in there as well.
That would be pretty rad element. That would be pretty rad indeed. Definitely hyped for these players. Definitely a lot of talent coming out of South America. South and Central America, of course. A lot of players from Mexico, too. I gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, we could get a major in there and have 2 TVZs perhaps first, and then whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, my nerd brain is melting at that thought. That's pretty exciting to me. I mean, it's not just that they're these players from the region, they have a lot of fans, but they're really good. These are really good players in the foreign scene. I'm just stoked to see and give them more opportunities too to shine and to improve and more motivation. And even though they're pros, they're still trying to make names for themselves too. Even Kellizer.
Yeah, I mean, Major and Kellizer aren't just some of the best Terrans in South America or Mexico. They're just the Americas basically. Yeah. Like outside of Masa, who's right up there with them. I don't know who else. Yeah, I must be missing some, but QXE's not here any longer and such. So
that's true.
What you got? I guess when QXE played in. Remember QXE versus Avilo in the Gauntlet? Do you remember that, Bob?
I'll never forget that.
Oh boy, that was good.
Highlight of my life.
That was good. Wow.
It was really good.
By the way, I have an epic replay that we're gonna cast right at the end of this.
Really?
You're gonna cast it along with me. Yep.
All right.
It's good. Trust me on this one.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I have no idea what Element has in store, but we have some roaches on the way for Cham as he's heading across the map. Gonna look to see what kind of damage he could do on towards B-Lord's side of things. We have this third base, newly forming third base for B-Lord under assault by Cham's Lynx, but he does have reinforcements of his own, will chase it away for now. But
yeah, they're trying to hit that +1 timing here, but they both have +1. They went for the same build, so perhaps just posturing across the map, getting a couple units built that could have perhaps been drones. We do have a Spire. I saw an impression tab earlier, but did not mention, coming out of B-Lord here, saving up a little bit of gas. And we saw Bly go for the same play, I think against Guru, right? On this exact same map. And committed too heavily to the Mutas and then got rolled over by a huge roach push. Do you remember that?
I partially remember that element. But actually, I want to mention something you did say. You were completely correct with the posturing part. Cham moved across the map halfway, then decided, I think I've done enough. He went back home.
Yeah. With his roaches. Got +2 away on the way. I've got Burrow and Burrow move. Yeah. I'm not committing full to this. I'm just going to sit back
at home on top of my ramp while I have my third base, which is ahead of yours, and it's up and running. Good to go.
So there are some mutas out, Bob. Right now, we've got 6, 3 more on the way, 9 in total. I think at that point, he'll jump back into, Hydras, Roaches, that type of tech. Although we have utilize these on the way, so
the Mutalisks to pick apart some of these Overlords, maybe even force.
What's the queen count? We have no spores and just 3 queens. This is going to trigger the Cham has to go for it, Bob. We might turn into a base trade here.
It may very well do that as we have Cham heading across the map trying to get some damage, but there's a lot of roaches here available for B-Lord 2 element. Let's keep that in mind. And he has a pretty good high ground position. Oh, but a little bit of a surround going on by Cham as B-Lord was a little bit of
Burrow and Burrow movement is done here for Cham as well, so we can burrow into the main. In fact, we see a couple going there right now. I don't know. This is too much, I think, Bob.
This is a lot of roaches, and the supply is devastatingly in favor of Cham, but he is supply blocked, and supply blocked hard, so he's not going to get any reinforcements anytime soon, as these Mutalisks are still trying to pick apart these roaches as fast as possible. The roaches do not have +1 armor. They only have +1 attack, so they're capable of doing high amounts of damage, but the Mutalisks will eventually wear them down. Splitting apart the roaches is Cham getting into third base in the natural. In the main, he's everywhere element. Is Cham trying to tear apart B-Lord, and we're seeing that reflected in the supply. Half the supply is B-Lord to that of Cham, and this game is getting a little bit out of control.
As soon as the Mutas get there, he just burrows the roaches and pops up somewhere else, taking out the layer in the main. This one's as good as over, Bob. Third's gonna fall down, and that's it.
Came around to beat Koreans. When Koreans were participating. These are things that has changed in this last year alone. It's easy to forget history and the position the foreigners were in then. So for better or for worse, the foreigner scene has ranked up, guys. And I think
anyways, Bob, we are into this game.
We are
here, and I'm just gonna change something really quick. I forgot to tell you to change, and so it was your mistake.
Oh, of course, I bet.
Top dogs and the troll overlay, which isn't actually a troll overlay; it's just a nice overlay. So.
What overlay? Oh, you the Twitch overlay?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that happens, I guess. Actually, when I clicked on the link, I thought it said go for SE2 when I last checked. But I guess it makes sense since we did Top Dogs last. All right, guys. So we are into game number 2 of Cham versus B-Lord with a 1-0 lead for OSC Roots. Cham so far as we're heading into this DVZ. Very exciting between these two players, very evenly matched overall. But Cham just had too many roaches, and I love the addition of adding in burrow movement. Very smart to mitigate some of the damage that the Mutalisks of B-Lord were implementing.
Mr. Bobbin in the bottom right, it is in the Battle of South America.
Yeah.
B-Lord. Take it away.
In the southwest side of the map, we have the red Zerg player on OSC route. Up one game, it is Cham.
Nice. Yeah, so cool stuff, Bob.
Uh-huh. I was talking about the talent of these players and the overall scene in total right now, and these players are perfect representation of that. And not just of the South American scene, but of the foreign scene in general. And I just hope so much good things from it. And Cham, for example, he just got signed by OSC Root just, what, a week or two ago? A couple weeks ago, not that long ago. And it's pretty awesome to see support from a team such as them, a long-standing foreign team. I can only imagine what levels this kid will reach. I'm very excited to see.
Lings in production now, Bob. Lots of speedlings coming.
Lots.
I wonder if he'll go further on this with the next pop of larva here. Looks like he is, actually. Roach Run also on the way, so perhaps could follow up with some roaches, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of lings here for B-Lord, and they are speedlings at that. Going to try to contest this.
No speed, actually.
Base.
Oh, but these bangs!
Oh, big hit.
That's unfortunate.
That's huge.
No
That's very
speed, so he can
B-Lord.
easily target those down if he feels the need. I think. Oh!
Whoa, you like run for the queen, and then there's a baneling in between the queen and the other queen. It's
yeah.
Like almost
well, that didn't go how he wanted it, I don't think. But oh my god! No!
What are you doing?
No, not like this. Not like this.
He just really hates that queen. He just wants to punch it in the face of those lings. I don't care if you're sitting beside a baneling. Well, at the meantime, this third base is still up for Cham. The third base is complete for B-Lord. So it's really coming down to these engagements here. B-Lord is running in with these lings, but we have banelings still here available for Cham. We'll chase away the lings of B-Lord for the time being. Supplies largely even. We got a pretty heavy supply block going down here for B-Lord. Finally gets out of that supply block issue there.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, it has evened up between the two players. Let's take a look at units here. We got, wow, I was saying evening up element, but Cham is in a much better position economically. 42 drones to 28.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous.
This is, but like you said, 38 armor supply versus 25. It's going to come into whether or not Cham can hold this push right now. Perhaps even just taking out the third might be something get him back into the game. Who can say?
Well, that's exactly what he really needs here. Take out the third. He's really only using his own third for production here to facilitate this all-in of sorts. Banelings hit right on top of B-Lords. Roaches to trust.
Oh, I like these Banes in the middle section here. Gonna stop any lings that might want to come through. Oh, quite a bit actually. For B-Lord here. Overwhelming into top base. Getting a little carried away in the bottom base though. Might want to get everything centered and all focused on the top. Overwhelm that. But although the Banes went off on the workers and he's getting quite a few of them, Bob.
Yeah, a lot of these workers.
Evened up, in fact, is the worker count.
That's crazy. A lot of the B-Lord's workers, or Cham's workers, sorry, have gone down to B-Lord's aggression. This fourth base still, or sorry, this third base not running at all. Just only used for production now for Cham. Just trying to survive is Cham right now as B-Lord's aggression is non-stop.
A Bane connection, I believe, that really weakened the workers and the Lynx finished him off. But I think he should have focused down that hatch at the third. He had the positioning to do so.
He still can, Element. Look at these links.
Look at no.
Maybe not. No, he's engaging.
He's gonna try and jump on it, but I don't think that's gonna work.
I don't think so. Not at this point, anyway.
This is good though. A little ling run by. Get a couple more workers. I like that.
Yeah, B-Lord is looking really good in this game so far, folks. Although the Cham still is enjoying a supply lead, so let's keep an eye on that. Worker count is, where's my unit count here? Worker count, yeah, ahead for B-Lord after that whole.
What overlay aggression? The standard one?
Amazing. Pardon me? Oh, yeah, I'm in standard. I'm in standard overlay.
God, Bob. Come on. To throw up tabs to find out the worker count?
Yeah.
Let me just press these buttons. Oh boy. Yeah. This is why we need a better bopping, guys. He has tools available to him, but doesn't want to use them.
I forgot about the new thing. I always end up picking like the wrong
new
ones.
Thing? What, oh, I guess you said you just reinstalled stuff, right? Is that correct?
I did, yeah, everything's new.
And then you head into... problem free. That's your philosophy. Kuna Matata. For the rest of your days.
So I like to live my life. Now work count even between both players. We have a supply is equal to. So this game has somehow element in some way, some weird way, evened out. Now still, that third base though for Cham is still very vulnerable. It's bleeding out sacks of blood all the time here. We have a little Ling run by 4 but it's gonna be met by roaches, and he decides better of it. Wow, I'm really impressed with B-Lord's play this game element. He really took.
Oh my God, that Bane! Oh, the second one too! You guys! I know, but I like seeing destruction, Bob.
Yeah, me too, man.
And look, this Queen's gonna take some damage it never wanted to take. And what do we have on the way, Bob? Well, actually, it's from Sham, so it doesn't really matter. The Spire. But these guys, come on now.
You know
what's funny? You'll never see a Baneling with kills on it. Yet I believe it has a kill count, and even probably has a title that can go with it, like Commander and such, which you'll never see. Sad. Nope. I wonder if you morph it, right? If it's a Ling that has 30 kills and you morph into a Bane, does that get reset? Or is he then a Commander Bane? Having seen his time in battle as a Ling.
That's a good question.
Then again, which Ling would ever get that many kills? I guess if you're in a worker line, perhaps.
And that brings me something I never thought about before. Banelings never rank up.
That's what I just said. That's what
I know,
that's
but
that's the sad story.
I know.
That's why we're discussing it. It's pretty sad, but he lived a good life.
He lived a glorious life most of the time. All right, so we have fourth base is going up for both players here. B-Lord slightly ahead of that of Chance, but it's negligible at this point in the game.
Here are the mutts, Bob.
Yep, Spire has completed for Cham, and he is.
Oh, he's gonna take the Overlords. So many of them here. 4, in fact, 5, 6. Bob, 6 Overlords fresh for the take. 7. Oh my, 8.
He spotted all the
Overlords out here.
That's devastating, actually.
Is there a 9?
When you look at the minimap right now, Element, you see the Overlord speckled across the map here for B-Lord. That's a lot of Overlords gonna die.
Oh man.
Wow.
All right, well,
Massacre of 2016.
There's 1,000 in Overlord gone down the drain.
Yep. Then the Overlord Massacre of 2016 initiated by Cham. Cham gives no cares. As he is moving across the map, what do we have for defense for B-Lord? He is putting up some Spore Crawlers in his mineral lines at each base. He has Roach Ravager, no Hydralisks yet. So how's he going to deal with these? Well, he's going to start pumping out Hydralisks fairly soon by the looks of it, as he does have Hydralisk Den getting the upgrade here for his Hydras.
Is this the only Spore at the 3rd? Okay, there's 2 there. It's just surrounded by, okay, I got it. He's going to focus him down at the 4th, though. Nice move, I'd say. He can now attack from this side. Okay, could go over the Spore, but really didn't have to.
No, didn't need to attack that at all, but he's going to do it anyway. He has so many
One mutt for it. Not such a bad play, I suppose.
Yeah, and this 4th base support B-Lord will go down. Now, B-Lord's only chance is just really to overpower Cham in this situation with his Roach Ravager composition. Maybe he can get some Hydralisks, which he's doing. 12 about to pop here for B-Lord and try to, in some sort of counterattack. I can only imagine that's the only option here.
Head-on engagement with the +2 and the range is finishing up for these Hydras. I don't think the Mutas would win. How many do we have here? 16 versus how many Hydras?
Well, there's like 12 questions just popped out.
Yeah, there will be about 12. If you put the Roaches in front, tank some of that splash, I think the Hydras just still win with their +2. And do we have any infestation pit or anything like that? No, right? No, but I think this is getting to the time where you just got to push across the map before you fall behind economically to a position you can never return from.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I find that his only position here, unless he tries to retake a 4th base, and that doesn't seem to be in the cards right now. He's not taking his 4th base.
Bob.
He would have done so already.
Some Banes, I think.
Oh, Bane's coming out of Cham. Yeah, he's pumping out a bunch of Lings here, is Cham. I'd love to see some Banelings here being morphed. Just definitely eliminate the threat of the Hydralisks, and then his Mutalisks can have free reign on these Roaches and Ravagers.
There it is. Not as awesome as I hoped. But he's got more money in the bank. He can double up. Quadruple.
He doesn't need too many. I mean, there aren't that many Hydralisks. Let's keep that in mind, too. You don't want to overkill on, otherwise they're useless against these Roaches. But, I mean
Bane's Hydralisks. You have to clump up the Roaches to keep your Hydra safe at the back anyway, so you get good connections.
He has like 6,000 Hydralisks. I didn't see the other ones at his natural base.
Didn't see the other ones. Oh boy. Bob for you guys. Feels Bob, man. Here we go, though. What's happening?
Yeah, it seems to be happening right now.
We're live, Bob.
Okay, guys, we are back as wow. It looks like Twitch decided to take a nap for a little afternoon siesta element. Thank goodness it wasn't our fault.
Little afternoon salsa.
Salsa. All I gotta say is thank gosh it wasn't our fault. Not us, guys. I didn't fall on no computer this time. And
jury's dead on that one. You might have fallen on Twitch.
Well, then you find out I'm actually at Twitch headquarters and I fell on a computer there. That's what happened. And anyway, Cyan, Libsemi 5, Pew Pew Pew. The list goes on. A lot of people here. Needs More is kicking around. Corona Boy as well, of course. No surprise. These are the regulars. Thank you guys for joining us today. And thank you all who have tuned in today so far as this event is now going on. We're casting these ones for a replay. So again, do not look at the brackets as the challenge brackets have updated. So don't get, we don't want you guys to have the spoilers of what happens in this series.
Okay, I have loaded in the game one, just making sure I have this other couple things pushed down, and let's take it away, Bob. In the bottom left corner, in the battle of Europe versus South America.
Oh,
there's always a battle going on now, Bob.
StarCraft just crashed.
Did your StarCraft crash?
My StarCraft crashed, yeah.
Oh, Bob.
This is a clean install. Can't even talk about that. It's clean install. It's just StarCraft being StarCraft. Sometimes it crashes. It happens.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. Happens a bit more often to some than the others.
Maybe,
I suppose,
but you can't logically blame my computer. Brand new clean install. Brand new.
I can
literally just like 3 days ago.
Actually, no, I'm not blaming your computer. I'm blaming you. Okay, well, we just started, so I'll jump back out and bring you back in. I don't want to make you bear witness to the greatest cast ever had with Photo Bobby.
You don't want to make me feel bad.
Okay, are you right back in? Are you my
I'm
party
in
here?
Yeah, I'm right here in your party.
Alright. Well, let's just do this right back up.
Oh, we didn't even finish our intros, so it's all good.
Oh, I was well underway there. Battle of South versus Europe.
Alright, for real this time, guys. Game number 1, Mana versus Cham. Here we are.
Hold on, Bob, and gotta jump us in.
Hey.
Luckily this is how it is, actually. It's worked out for us since you decided to crash at that exact moment. And we've got this from replays that just happened, by the way, guys. Thank you for that follow, Donka23. In the bottom left corner, playing Protoss. You know, I'd say one of the best Foreigner, especially the longest running high level playing Foreigner. Especially in Protoss. It is Mana. Bobby, what you got for the top corner?
Alright, in the northeast side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player, newly on OSC Root Gaming. It is South American hero himself, Cham.
Alright. You know how to do things. You know words.
I do know words. Now, for Zerg cross positions, they're loving it. Loving it right now on a massive map like this.
This is the goodness.
Oh yeah, all the good things. As Zerg players, it's definitely one you want to see. Unless you're me, of course, I want to be as close as possible to my opponent, and so facilitate my all-in.
In chat right now, we've got the Blame Bob. Blame Bob going on.
Oh,
yeah. Blame Bob, guys. Write your local administration in the city council and tell them we need to ban the Bobs from the internet. Breaks things far too. Oh no! Oh, that was a close one, Bob. Probe has 5 health. Will this drone turn around before the shield recharges? No. No. Doesn't.
Probe barely gets out, guys.
3 hatch? Not something I care about. I'd much rather kill this drone. Probe.
It's more important to you.
Yeah. On the other side, we have Mana. Taking the Cybernetics core. That's a off play. Usually doesn't happen in this matchup. Usually you just go for a bunch of regular gates. I remember watching people in Wings of Liberty. Very first came out, they just skipped the warp gate. No, it's not worth getting warp gate. I always thought it was odd that there's no advantage to having regular gateways. None whatsoever. Except for possibly being able to queue up units, but when you warp stuff in, you get a 5-second bonus, essentially. for the duration of the entire production cycle. So yeah, there's just no advantage.
Yep, it's true.
I mean, I suppose the only advantage you could say is they can't be shot while they're warping in, because they all just come out. But even that's...
So in essence, what you're saying is getting warp gate is a mere formality in StarCraft.
Yeah, you have to get it.
In
fact, I'm surprised that in the rush to make this game as fast as possible, it isn't just given. Like right when you get, I don't know, a cybernetics core or something of that sort. Who can say?
Okay, so as Element did point out, third base up and running here for Cham, as this is a massive map. Oh, definitely like the choice of taking the fast third base. Now, Mana himself is sticking behind. We're getting a Stargate, has a, I guess an Oracle on the way.
Oracle coming out.
Did he produce one already, or is that the first one? That's the first one.
First one.
Right now. Popping out here for Mana as he's going to secure his own third base in the meantime. Opting for this southern more base instead of the north. You're definitely going to try to play it safe here is our Protoss player. Now, what's on the cards here for Cham? Roach Warren being built right now, just about a third of the way done. No lair for Roach speed, so interesting. Is this defensive Roaches, you think, Element?
I think so. I also think this Oracle here, which the Overlord did see go by it, is not really intended to get any real damage done. It's just itself... I mean, it'll poke in, get something here and there, but when you open 3 hatch like this, which Mana did see, and you delay gas a little bit, you know that there's going to be queens out, and lots of mineral for spore, and lots of drones, so it's not like a, you know, any Zerg who's going 3 hatch and then doesn't make the spore is just playing way too greedy anyways. And you see he's perfectly defended it. And that's why we see Phoenix coming out right after. Going to use those to gain map control. Something I've been noticing lately, on this map especially. 4th hatch, gonna go down here for Sham. Macron all the way.
Yeah, may as well at this situation.
That's when you do, when you see Phoenix and Oracle. Counter to Phoenixes are things that can't lift up, which are buildings.
He also confirmed that Mana has the third base up and running to you with his Overlord here. So taking a 4th base is only wise in this situation. In fact, taking a 5th as well. Double expanding. Not minding this at all. Very good play so far. Macro-oriented, as Element did say, from Cham, knowing full well that he's going to be safe. He has his Roach Warren, +1. Actually, going to switch to melee here. So getting +1 for his melee attack. So Roaches, again, we're purely for defensive. Or I guess the Roach Warren, rather. He didn't even have to build Roaches, really.
Yeah, I see this pretty often. Even, I think it's more in ZBT where you see the use of melee upgrades, but you get Roaches just to stay alive, basically.
Yeah.
In the early game there. But still, it's also good for these warding off these Adepts. Which shade right on in and probably going to get cleaned right up.
Oh, there the
in fact, it's definitely going to get cleaned right up.
Yeah, cleaned up super fast. Roaches as defense, as Element did point out, super good there. As these Adepts can get a little bit out of control there, Element. Now we have an Oracle. Actually, no throwing down a Revelation on these Roaches. Not entirely sure what the point of that is. I guess just because he can't use up the energy.
I too would like to see what is up.
Although I'd like to see him poke in, maybe get a worker here and there. I mean, sure there are spores and queens, but I mean, just shave off some of your own shield energy with the cost of a worker or two. Definitely utilize that Oracle to its fullest extent, as it has 0 kills right now. Sort of dead weight for the time being. At the very least, it'll keep eye on the larger portion of Cham's force, but that is not going to be the Roaches. He is morphing in some Ravagers here. But definitely seems to be Lings are his play, as he has more Lings being pumped out and no Roaches in production. And this looks to be the beginning of the attack here for Cham. He has the forefront Lings here. Gonna poke in at the third base of Mana. And we'll actually get a Zealot for the troubles and scout
quite a few Bob and Bane's warping in as well here. And like we said, with 5 hatches of production, there's going to be an entire, I don't want to say the word, but there's going to be a lot of them. A lot of Lings, Bob.
Yeah, actually, look at all the force fields used to save this the sentry too, or these sentries. He did manage to save the sentries, but no energy left, so they're useless sentries at this. As this attack is about to commence, there's one Immortal here for Mana, but it's going out. Really risky there.
Get back.
Yeah, get back home there.
Photon over us, all the things, Bob, all the things.
Yeah,
he's got to pick up that Immortal.
Yeah, he's a little out of position there with his Mothership Core. Not throwing down the Photon Overcharge.
It's just too many units here, Bob. My God.
Where's the Photon Over-Wrestle? Oh no, he's flooding right into the main base. Oh, some Banelings going down. Oh, Oh, the
My God.
meandering right through the
Couple Archons coming in. They'll be good against the Lings, but they're surrounded so quickly that they actually won't accomplish much. Just now is that...
Wow, GG.
Yeah, that gateway explosion we talk about for the production coming into play, but it was a little too late. GG. Sham takes a 1-0 lead.
Always good times.
Yeah. And,
now what can Mana do, Helmet?
Twitch was down, but we're back. I can go Stargate here. Not that I've seen any of the stats from this replay. Oh Lord, Bob, stop asking questions.
Stop talking, Helmet.
You can go complete Tempest all the way.
It's like,
I loaded it up in SC2 replay stats and found out the unit composition here, Bob. Both players.
Yeah. Something about a Nexus in his base.
Yeah. Something about a Nexus in his main.
Yeah.
He started the game off Nexus before building anything. Anyways, looks like we got some type of cannon rush going on here. Or just a pylon attack, perhaps, if a mothership. Nope, there's a forge on the way, Bob. It's happening.
Oh,
it's happening.
Mana. Oh, come on. Oh, the angle of that probe. That was weird. Cham's got to know. Cham knows. Cham knows. Oh, wait, maybe he's just gonna.
Well, no, it's not really weird because you do go around north sometimes, just like Cham is doing. So. Although Zerg doesn't have all the ability to wall that up, but we have already seen Cham wall it off against Broodlord or B-Lord.
Or Cham is going to scout this element. He's going to see it.
He's going for a hatch, but he'll scout it unintentionally.
The jig is up, but it's a little too late as this cannon is about halfway done here for Mana.
I think it is.
Mana's bringing the cheddar, folks. The cheddar. It's not his style, but he can do it.
With the pylon on the other side here, you actually lock down that base as well, because you can't really attack that pylon with... You'll never get a queen there, and Lings can't attack it because it's being guarded. So that's very interesting.
It is intriguing, actually.
I'm going to have to use this.
Anyways,
we see a hatch just a little bit to the left here, being put down in that middle base. Gonna cannon rush that too, I believe. Yep. When you're going Protoss, you better all the way Protoss, Bob. Gonna be a hatch at the north too, so let's just keep on throwing down hatches here, there, everywhere.
Hope one sticks.
See if that happens.
All right. In the meantime, what is Cham doing back at home? He's mining gas, gonna get the speed likely, or maybe just go straight for Ferocious. So just to make sure he busts out of this effectively. We're about to find out very shortly here as Cham is... Why do I have Structures tab? Production tab, that's more better. Okay, speed is being researched just now. More cannons on the way, trying to punish this newly forming base of Cham. The big commitment here from Mana, guys. Let's keep that in mind. He has a gateway back at home and a Cybernetics core about to finish. Looks like he wants to drop his own Nexus too. So he has...
Cannons are here, so he probably should cancel his hatch too. I think he will. It's got to. Oh, okay, there we go. Whew.
Yeah, he even gets the worker out. Just nick of time, but it will get that base to the north.
This one from the high ground, even just stop all the mining if you can't get Radiant on it early enough. But I think he's gonna just go, yeah, like you said, go into the actual game now, the after the cannon rush game, because Lings are out, Queens are also coming. They're not gonna have any of this.
Now this Queen will eventually pick up this pylon, but it's not going to depower the cannon anytime soon, but at the very least it'll be less annoying. There's one base here to the center of the map. For Cham is done. He will start mining from that very shortly, and there he goes. He did drop down another base, so he'll have 3 hatches running fairly shortly. The third one's just about halfway done. The Nexus for Mana is about 3/4 of the way done, so economically he'll be in a pretty decent position too. But we must consider the cost of this. Who lost more element? There's delayed mining time from Cham. He also lost from canceling his hatches. Yeah. But
it's not just the cost, though. It's also, third hatch isn't even up yet, but Stargate's already on the way. It's halfway done here. More than halfway. Oracle should be able to get there when there's only 1 or 2 queens on the map, perhaps. Although I guess he is starting some up at his proxy already. It's just so spread out, too. These hatches, so later on, that could be... In fact, he has like a pylon in the natural, right? So as Warp Gate finishes up, you can warp a depth right in there. That could be dangerous. I do like Mana's spot better than if he had just played a normal game and gotten to a regular position at this point in time.
Yeah, also, considering how split apart the economy of Cham is.
Brilliant. He's going to weaken the queen here with his mothership core. Will he attack the queen or go for workers? Oh, okay. I thought he would weaken the queen and then, with the Oracle come in and just focus it down.
Then he had free reign in the main base. That would be pretty smart.
I think it would have worked too really well. But
instead, not meant to be. We have a lair on the way here for Cham as Mana does recall back home with his mothership core, and that lives to tell another lives to fight another day. As we have this Oracle
to fight another day.
Yeah, this Oracle for Mana is going to try to find its way in here. Hasn't been scouted yet, as far as I can tell. And we'll try to get some damage done in this base of Cham. Cham, though, it does have a spore crawler that has just completed, so it's a pretty good location. He will be able to defend that, no problem. Spores at all bases, and this will get shut down yet again. Cham leaving nothing to chance, covering all his bases quite literally, as Lair is about 3/4 of the way done. He has a Roach Worm popping out. I expect Element. I mean, considering how spread apart his bases are, I mean, something's going to happen. I mean, just the timing of this, well, maybe not. He have Evolution Chamber coming up too. And getting his extra gas. So maybe get some safety roaches, which we did see in game number 1, and to defend against any possible adept pushes, which could very well be happening here out of mana. We have these lings from Cham scouting at the front door. By the way, I like it.
So that's nice. Delays it at least.
True enough. All right, we got this Oracle again, trying to find something. All right.
Gonna get a couple workers there. Pretty nice, actually. I got 3 kills in total, so all 3 just occurred as we saw. And you know, it's getting the scouting out, it's seeing things. Things are nice. I saw those roaches pop, so gives them a little bit of a hint as what is up, what is in fact up. Gonna go for, I believe, disruptor drops here with the Robo Bay coming in and the warp prison being made. Yeah, it would be really nice, especially because of how spread out he is. He's got to keep his eyes on all his bases. Jump around the map just to make sure he's not getting hit by disruption.
All right, so we do have a lot of roaches on the field here. They were used to clean up this cannon and some of these pylons too. The Queen's still chasing away Mana's Oracle. The Oracle does spot the 4th base for Cham going up. It's interesting Cham expanded up there, even though he cleaned up the 3rd and 4th base location.
Yeah, Bob Ling's coming in.
Sorry, 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, we got a whole lot of Lings.
Lots of depths though, and I think that, like you said, the adept upgrade is done, Resonating Glaives. So.
Oh yeah, let's keep that in mind. I actually did not notice that. But you were mentioning, though, that the robotics bay was in production.
Colossus.
It is complete. Colossus instead. Well, you see
all
those links.
Decision right now, yeah, considering it's like a, seat of your pants decision here.
Yeah.
Flying by him. Because he's had this attack happen before, and Colossus will be excellent against this type of composition. He would probably need range, though. But
still, it's a pretty scary force coming out of Cham here, Element. What does he have army supply-wise right now? He has 1 Colossus on the way, but it's not out yet, only about halfway done. Quite a few adepts, but again, not enough to really contend with these roaches alone.
That we can say is there's no Banes with this one, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Which, against adepts, is super strong. And should be able to deal just a little bit better. I'd like to see him focus down that red health. Gets right on there. Red health Ravager. Oh no, the Biles! Oh!
Yeah, I get the links around on those adepts.
Russell, though, put it into work here. Clean up a whole lot of units.
It did indeed, but we have more units on production.
Papa Colossus coming. And what do we have in the main here? Do we have a Warpin on the other side of the map? We do.
We do
couple
indeed.
Of getting some work done.
Yeah, but the reinforcing roaches actually did a pretty good job defending that. Will lose a couple really workers for his troubles. But again, not being paid too much attention, though, by Mana. His attention is split from this attacking force of a Cham. And then we can see across the mini-map here, streaming lots more roaches, lots more lings coming in for Cham.
Keep in mind, the worker count is even here. So it's not the worst scenario for Protoss if he can survive. He has a Colossus, second one popping out soon. You get a couple of those bad boys, force fields in a good spot. But he's being collapsed in from all angles, Bob. I don't know. He's going to get dicey here.
A good force field's actually going to delay the
force fields from both sides, yeah. Gates are going to be unpowered. That's going to stint his production as well. And a recall. Very clever play there. Didn't expect anything to live. Gets the probes and his Colossus out. Going to lose his 3rd base, but he doesn't lose the game automatically here with that move. I think not having Colossus range really hurts for these Colossus too, because they have to kind of waddle forward, and they have the same range as the Ravages at that point. So here's the thing. It's up against a 5 base Zerg. He's lost his 3rd. Main's probably down to 4 or 5 patches. Economy's in the dirt here. Taking a hit. Gonna go up a good 1,000 minerals or so for Cham per minute shortly, as we see. I want
to point out something too, that he was massively oversaturated because he retreated a lot of his workers to his natural base. Yeah. And while his main base was mining for quite some time with only 5 drones or 5 probes here rather.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I saw him pull those to the 3rd at the time, just because at that point you might as well, because you're going to run out of those crystals fairly fast. But yeah, right. No, sets up a nice island base here. Cham, though, jumps right in and sees it. Very well. Very good play from him. And we have a Nidus network, Bob, coming down. 2 spores to hold off these Phoenix. I don't think he really needs to worry too much about them, but I suppose there's also 2 oracles on the map as well. Somewhere, Bob. There they are. Right over top of the army. Gonna focus down the Ravager, I believe. Be the smart play. Sets up 3 pylons. Gonna get the Mama Core there. The real question is, will he be able to handle the Nidus? The Noidus.
I mean, it gets Zerg.
Network.
It's pretty much come to a point where why bother? Why bother?
Oh, he's got to kill this Overseer now, Bob. Got to kill it now. Phoenix, do the work. Oh, it's coming in.
Yeah,
okay, he's gonna have 3 pylons to overcharge all at once. He have 2 oracles. See if he can focus down this Nidus right when it comes out, and all the units would die to the. Oh, that's clever.
That is really
nice. Okay, focus it down very quickly. Good play. Good play. Another one starts up though.
Well, this is the thing. There's a timer on this. You can keep doing this as a Zerg player as long as you have the income. And but in the meantime, this could just be a ploy element. We have a massive force here available for Cham. Gonna try to bust in the front door.
The voice is coming.
It's a massive
force. Get out of the way. The force is here. Force field. Oh, no. There it is. Oh God, Bob, the voice is pushing in. I don't know. The gateway goes down to the presence of the voice. He's being voiceful. Oh God, is Mana gonna get voiced out of this game, Bob? I think it's all over. The voices of Mana were too few.
That's it. GG is gone. And Cham steamrolls Mana, unfortunately. You know, there's a lot of Mana funds out there, but Cham, man, what a boss. The guy is legit. Legit, and I've been saying it for a long time. And so that means we're going to the finals, though, right, Element? That means we could, I think people already know the results of the other semi-final, which is interesting, too. Sake, man, on a roll. Defeating these Zergs left and right, Element. Defeated Guru. Well, he defeated Matisse 2-0. Defeated Guru 2-0, who's the Gauntlet champion from last week. And then defeated Rainer 2-0, and is in the finals. And we'll face Cham coming up right now, guys. Best of 5, Sake versus Cham. Cham has his work cut out for him today, guys, as we load into the game.
Yep, loading in right now. About to ascend into this one.
Okay. I'm Bobby, awesome with me is Element. Enjoy to be here with you guys today. Hit up that follow button, get notified when we go live right here on Twitch TV. Costs you nothing, and hey, it lets us, shows us support, I guess, too. It's very good for the channel overall, getting up that follower count.
Yeah. Ooh, hit with a donation from Lib75.
What?
Oh God. He says, Ferk, Ronald, bring Bobby back home. And Ferk was less than PG. Not quite. Yeah. Don't know what to say. Toferdal, shield your kids' eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't put any filter on that. So if you want to spend some more money and get another message through.
Oh, thanks so much, Lib75.
Yeah, huge shout out to Lib75, hitting us with donations all the time.
Honestly, that means a lot to us. Always really does.
Oh yeah,
it helps us a lot. And also too, it's kind of funny because Lib75 was one that didn't know what we were talking about, right? With McDonald's.
That's true, but he doesn't care. He wants to know Ronald's. Bobby all the way.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. I actually am touched. Thank you so much. Oh man, as we are loading up in this
Ronald. Ronald. Oh God. Okay. In the bottom left corner, we have the Zerg player taking 2-0 over Mana. Some would say the superior player to Sake. Will he be able to do the same to Sake? Although we've seen Sake on a tear lately, taking out Guru, our champion by a large margin last week in both the qualifier and the main event.
He took all the money.
Base. And yeah, in the top right corner, it is Sake. Here you go, Bob. No way for you to say anything. That's the best way.
I'm okay with that, Element. Thank you. Best gift you could have ever given me.
I will give you no such gift.
I take it back. I'm forcing you to do intros again, Bobby.
Yeah, exactly. Lag you out. Start the game over. But, yeah. So, once again, huge shout out to Lib75.
I see Troll Gube is having fun with the new emotes. It's good times. I said before, the emotes are great. If you guys do want to use these emotes, you can use them everywhere too, of course, the nature of Twitch. Yeah, you can just hit up that sub button. Pretty awesome.
Bring Bobby back home. Well, Bob's basically a nomad. Doesn't.
I'm a sojourner.
Yeah.
Seeking out great knowledge throughout the world.
Something like that.
All right, so we have 3 bases pretty fast here up for Cham. Again, it seems to be pretty standard for him. Likes to do that on a big map as Zerg, as to be expected, and it's just good practice as Zerg is on this map. Now, we'll see how Sake deals with whatever potential aggression that Cham does. Cham just seems to hit a point element, it seems, in these games where it's like, okay, defended this, I defended that, and now you're dead. And that's just kind of how he rolls. It's like, okay, now I'm just gonna hit the roach button, you know, and I'm just gonna hit the ling button. And he just goes for it. He just has this killer instinct that we casted him very times before. And that's something, I think that's the key to this guy, is that he is pretty good at the macro game, but he excels at his mid-game aggression, where he just breaks his opponent while they're trying to get to their 3rd base, trying to get to their 4th base. And he just makes you die. And that's beautiful. Okay, so we have Robotics Facility coming up here for Sake. Gonna play it a little bit safe. Resident Glaze being research, chrono boosting that out too. Why the heck not, Element? As he just gets played safe on 3 bases, likely to get some adepts, maybe even a sentry or 2, or an Immortal just to secure that 3rd base. Massive map, a little bit far away to take a 3rd base for a Protoss player. It is difficult, to say the least. So
you want to get Cham's gonna do the same.
Some unit.
Got the Roach Worm coming in here, the same mass ling, Ravager, bust the front, take no prisoners alive, play.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, well, definitely. I definitely think so. On this map, he already showed it versus Mana. It was very effective at that. But
we've got Fear Dragon level play coming in here.
Oh, DTs, guys. Oh, Fear Dragon DTs. Although it's not proxies.
Yeah, there we go. Well, there's a Robo facility in here. Yeah, Fear Dragon proxies everything. And if this had been proxied, wouldn't have been scouted. Yeah, you gotta play the way Fear Dragon plays if you want to make this work.
You gotta learn from him.
I think it'll be used for Archons though at this point, seeing as how it's been scouted. But Archons and
wouldn't be surprised. This is something we saw from Sake before too, and actually some Protosses recently too. They just maybe use the DTs if it's not scouted, try to get some damage done just for that utility. But it's mostly used for Archons with this push with the Resident Glaze.
Seen the games against Sham, Guru, I mean, just to see how it was played out. But yeah,
I really want to see those replays.
Oh, these are adepts still. Interesting.
More adepts being morphed in here for Sake as he does have Resident Glaze finished here. DT Shrine about to finish as I expect Archons to reinforce this very shortly. But at the very least, he's going to try to split apart the forces of Cham. Cham forced to co-off this mineral line. I like this. These lings running in, but going to get picked apart by Sake's adepts. Now, where's that Warp Prism? Where did that Warp Prism go, Element?
It's going to the main.
Oh, it is. Okay. There it is. Going to do a warp in here of DT.
5 DTs, Bob. This layer is gone. Oh my god. Focus the Spore first. What do you think? Or just go straight for it?
Oh, I'd go straight for it.
Oh, he's going to get that Spore really quick.
Just to play
safe. And that layer is donezo.
Oh, he's actually surrounded right now, too.
Hold on.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's actually getting terrible damage here. The Queen goes down. 17 drones have fallen. So does the Spore.
Terrible damage, Bob.
So does the base. An Overseer's being morphed in, Element, but it's too late.
The layer finished. So an Overseer is going to be made. See if he gets the second one done. He'll lose. Sure, he'll lose his main base there, and that is the layer. But he has an Overseer at least. That's a takeaway here. Although that was terrible damage. Terrible damage.
Couldn't have gone worse. I mean, sure, it wasn't 9DT, guys. That guarantees a win.
He's coming back in.
Would know.
Lord. Oh lordy. That pool, not long for this world. Oh, never mind. Spore longs it. Longs it for this world.
The Spore longs it for this.
We've got Immortals coming out, and lots and lots and lots and lots of adepts. I'd say though, looks like it's going to go into that Immortal Adept Archon play that we saw before, and it's very strong. And with the standard economy, with this low tech, the layer just starting up now, he will be behind. Did he get roach speed on the way when he had the layer for half a second? No, he didn't.
Element, I know what's up. I know this is there's elements of Sheer Shaddai here. Right?
Oh my god, that's who it is. I was thinking, who did we see?
Well, we've seen it before, Sheer Shaddai, but Sheer Shaddai did it every game in last week.
Well, he created it.
Well, I'll give him credit.
I think Sake is learning from Sheer Shaddai.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we look to find the best possible ways to play against Zerg, in my opinion.
He did win, after all, the amateur hour event. I mean, he did definitely a diamond at that. Good stuff. But also keep in mind, the blink is actually almost finished too, so it just, I guess why not? You may not use stalkers all that much, but just for that extra utility, just in case mutilus become an issue.
Oh, nice, all the lings. Pain. Feeling the pain.
And again, something we've seen, I like this little bit of a Archon play here. They're pretty low.
So close. How much health? We can't check in the War Prism, but it's, you know, near 10 there for each one. Wow. Okay, a couple Ravagers coming into play here. Army value equal for both players, but we're gonna see the gates come in soon, I think, for Sake.
Army value, but look at the worker count. Sake is actually ahead in workers compared to that of Cham. Cham double expanding off of 3 base, which again is something we've seen from him before, something some Zergs have been doing. I don't mind it. I think it's a risky play, but if it's not scouted on a big map like this, it'll definitely pay off soon. That being said, scouted by Sake with these Archons. He's gonna know what's up. He can even do a warp in, punish this if he wants to with DTs. No detection here, but Cham is on the ball, keeping a close eye on this Warp Prism. Does not want any such warp-ins occurring.
Yeah, that's a nice, powerful army back at home too.
Oh,
nice and powerful.
Both
Best kind of stuff for an army to be. These lings are dead. Photon over Russell. Oh, doesn't even need to. Has a cannon. He's prepared.
He does it anyway.
Yep. Always Russell, Bob. Never take the chance.
Never not Russell.
Nope.
Oh, it looks like Sake is posturing in the middle of the map again, controlling this Naga tower. Very tactically important on this map. This seems to be, Element, that this is where the point of contention is. How come players don't contest the southern Naga tower? Is this not the case ever? But I mean, I guess it's just the location of when you're going north towards
Baines. Oh, Baines.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Baines
massive.
Right in. Wow. Just like that, the entire army is going to get surrounded and taken out, Bob.
I cannot believe it, Element.
Oh my God.
Wow, beautiful engagement from Cham. Will chase away the rest of Sake's forces. Sake drops to 100 supply to that of 134 of that of Cham. Forced to run away with these Blink Stalkers. At least he has Blink.
Well, we surrounded at the top anyways. Yeah. At least he has Blink is a good story. He's got to pick up and get out, though.
It's a good story. Oh, wow, that was devastating. It just, he wasn't paying attention. If he nailed those force fields on time, different story.
Oh, it's completely different.
Yeah.
And look, Cham sells blood in the water.
He does, and this is what Cham does best. Morphing in a lot of Banelings here to eliminate any of these Adepts that are being morphed in, but only a few are on the field as these Archons and Immortals. And Archons and Immortals don't do a whole lot against Lings, guys. Well, I mean, Archons do, but just not with this many only. And as
Banes go right into one Archon. Who needs them?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of full turnover vessels going down, but it's not enough, Element. A lot of these Lings do get cleaned up, and there's nothing left to support, really, these Ravagers. But that being said, there's no Protoss army left to contest it as he drops below 100 supply. Another Immortal will join the fray, but the last Immortal does go down, and this one newly built Immortal is not long for this world either. 11 probes have gone down. Third base under heavy assault. DT's warped in to try to save the day.
Snipes it. The Overseer there gets some DTs into play. Gonna take out the base in the top left. That's something. Definitely not nothing. And shout out to Just Jordan.
Just Jordan. Yeah. To take a while to think of a name that wasn't.
Gonna be close. I don't know, man.
A really good defense there overall. I mean, he could have just lost right there. All he did was buy himself some time.
Yeah, I mean, he's down quite heavily in supply. Word count, though, he maintained it. That's something.
Wow, I can't believe this, though. It's just all about that bad engagement. I mean, very well played from Cham. I won't give him credit where credit's due. But it was really a misstep from Sake. Not getting those force fields changed everything. And devastating Baneling hits on largely his high, oddly enough to say, his high DPS portion of his army, which was those resonating blades.
I mean, he has Ravagers, so he blows down his force fields pretty fast, but all you need to do is hit him, and then you just get a couple shots off on the Banes, and, you know, just clean it up pretty fast.
And then he positioned himself accordingly, too. Get those Archons in the front a little bit more. It's just, he was caught off guard. Flat-footed at the very least.
I mean, we've seen it's a strong composition for Protoss to deal with, especially.
Yeah, it is.
But warps in a nice warping. Warps in a nice warping. That's how I say it.
Love the warping unit element.
Yep, gotta warp in that warping.
Yeah.
Micro that macro.
So we have Cham's forces now moving across the map. He is given no cares, guys. All spotted by Sake. He knows what's up. I like this, though. Checking for the fourth base. Is Cham just covering all his bases here? Maybe even take the high ground. I mean,
this is similar to what we saw against Mana, too. He can lose inefficiently over and over because the mineral patches are... Oh, he's going to get Lings in.
Oh, wow.
That was... I guess he wanted those workers, too.
It's interesting, too. He didn't even send his whole army this way. Just poked in with a couple units.
Yeah.
Still moving his way
towards that warp prism. He's doing some damage on the back end of this. Of course, he can take this damage. It's not critical or anything.
You guys with 5 drones, but to the 12 probes that were recently lost.
Yeah, I mean, Lings are in the main.
Perfect.
They got in. They broke in.
Oh,
This is what happened to my good friend Shirshadai by the hands of some Smurf.
Oh, in the boss match. I know what you're saying now.
Yeah.
The final boss jerk.
But I don't know how you won that. We're gonna have a rematch, by the way, at some point. These Banes crushing forward, gonna take out all the adepts here. I think this is it.
Yeah, the remaining forces of Sake have disappeared here. This force a little bit too powerful for Champ as he's chasing back the rest of Sake's force. This third base will go down should Champ choose to do so. There's nothing left. He's trying to warp in a couple sentries back at his natural base, but there are multiple bases available, fully mining for Cham. That's it. GG's call. Game number 1 goes to OSC Root Cham. Defeating Sake in this best of 5 series. This is Gauntlet Season 2, Qualifier number 2. $50 on the line in this event, as well as a qualifying spot for Friday's $100 Gauntlet Season 2, Weekly number 2. Oh, I think I know the quote because remember, long time ago when it first came up with NXR, Next Recall concept video.
Oh, you put it in there, didn't you?
The quote video, yeah.
Yeah, you put it in the quote
sure
video. Thanks for that follow. I saw it, didn't catch the name, just blipped up as I looked up. It's only on one of the monitors here. One of the 10 monitors in the studio. Studio 5.
One of the 10 monitors. Well, there
Studio
are
5 at the end of the street here. I'm gonna put all of the screens in the studio together. There could be 10, Bob. With your phone included as one. Since it's always on the chat. Anyways, guys, in the bottom left corner, playing Protoss in the Battle of Europe versus South America. It is Sake.
Oh, right. And in
the bottom right corner,
of course you would.
representing... Oh, Corona $80 donation.
What?
Don't mind me, just laundering money. Oh my God, he finished off Bob. Bob even finished off. You are now saved from the Ronald, from the McDonald. $80.
Oh my God.
Are you Papa Mitch and Lib75 madmen? I mean, we want to get rid of Bob. This is how we're doing it. We said, Ronald, take him away. We don't need Bob anymore, but we don't want to just put him out to pasture, you know, just nonchalantly. We want to make sure there's a reason for it, and this is how. And Corona Boy saves him. Oh my God. 80 bones. Wow, that's huge.
Wow.
My goodness.
Wow, thank you so much, Corona Boy.
I know. I know.
Wow.
I know. I'm going to get production tab up here. And just going to...
My brain is fried. Thank you so much. Like, that means a lot to us. It really does.
That's massive.
I mean, we obviously put a lot of work in these streams, getting them up, casting a lot, and it takes a lot of time, effort, and that really does matter a lot to us. Thank you so much for the support, guys. And Corona Boy, wow. Wow. Thank you. I'm speechless.
You can launder money anytime. We'll make hope. Goodness.
Okay. Also, in that respect, as we're actually loading up, or this game is going, I don't know what element's showing on screen. I'm not there.
I'm just showing nothing now, basically. Okay, I'll compose myself. Yeah,
we'll talk about that. Actually, I have some stuff I want to address about that too. Some cool things we would like to discuss regarding subs and donations and stuff like that too.
There's nothing much happening right now. Bob, go ahead. Twilight Council coming in, but other than that, not a whole lot.
A reminder for people who actually subbed, you know, we want to give back. We're thinking of different ideas too, but at minimum, we want to actually cast a game of you guys. If you're subbed and you want us to cast a game, send us a replay. We'll cast it, and then we'll upload it to the Gauntlet YouTube page. Just a small thing we could try to do to help give back to you guys for your support, because it really does mean a lot to us. And you know what? Heck, we can even do it for people who donate too. I think, or every.
Oh yeah,
we'll
sure.
figure that out exactly how that works, but I don't even care. I'll just cast all the games, and so that means a lot to us. That really does. Thank you so much. Dang it, man.
Yeah, dear Lord.
Yeah.
I was looking at
my day made right there, like unbelievable.
I know. Nothing's gonna top that now.
No.
I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich ready upstairs. I was thinking I was gonna sit back and have that later, and that would be the highlight of my day. Yeah. Now it's a low point. Now it is a low point.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly sandwich still.
I'll have to put like something else in there, some money in there. Eat the money, some chocolate coins or something. I don't know.
Chocolate coin.
Huge shout out, Corona Boy.
Yeah.
Let's try to talk about this game a little bit. We got a DT shrine coming in here.
Oh,
a couple more gates. I'm pretty sure this is Fear Dragon playing.
I think
quite
so too. I was just
certain.
gonna say the same thing.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Has to be Fear Dragon.
I think so too. This play though, very high level. I think Fear Dragon's definitely stepped his game up, and
well, he has to be a dragon that people are afraid of.
Okay, let's keep in mind too, the damage he did in game number 1 was terrible. We were talking about it. That was terrible damage, guys.
That's true.
But yet he couldn't. He almost capitalized on it. It was just one mistake. I want to watch that replay.
Over, Russell. Russell over. Okay, doesn't need to. He's good.
He got caught out in the middle of the map. All the bombs connected on his force.
Oh, he's turning into Archons. Yeah, there's a spore down. But there was a spore down the first time, too. We've seen him focus those down with no regard for the life of all the Zerg that he is about to slaughter afterwards. Then again, we've seen this too. In fact, I think Neeb was doing this a lot. The 2 Archon drop. You get pretty much guaranteed damage. I'd say it's even better than an Oracle in today's game. Look at those lings that were just cleared up there. 16 lings have died this game. It's going higher and higher too in the micro. Oh, warping a couple zealots with it. That's cute. That's really nice. Although they're getting a little ahead of themselves. Uh-oh. 6 range pickup, Bob. I was just hyping it.
Pickup. Pretty
just
good.
Hyping it.
Yeah.
There's
Dick hype element. Yeah. All right, so we have 3 bases for both players. Just now up and running here for Sake. Starting to saturate that up too. So I'm not minding his position, especially with that little bit of harass, forcing some units out of Cham. The Cham wanted to make it to drones to secure this 4th or to
no. Oh, my heart's kind of hurting a bit. I think Chrono Boy gave me a mini heart attack.
Or maybe it's just your Coke diet. I mean, I don't mean
also
drug.
true.
I mean the liquid Coke.
I was in a chat yesterday, and somebody suggested to the person who was streaming to drink water, and I said, why not just detoxify of pure Coke?
Yeah.
And by Coke, I mean the drink. We should clarify here.
Coca-Cola, yeah. You
yes.
That's all you drink, almost always.
Yeah.
Exclusively. Except for recent times. Anyway, this 4th base is under assault by these Archons. Archon's putting in some work. You did diversify for once in your life.
Yeah. And I got some of that Sweet Mountain Dew, amped or whatever, the blue one.
Oh, so
pretty
good.
tasty.
It's $1 at the dollar store.
What? In what form? Like the bottle?
Oh,
no, I'm not talking about amp. I'm talking about the flavor. I'm not sure what it's called. Blue something. Blue electricity or something.
Oh. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They had like a competition for it. Anyways, let's take a look at this game, Bob. We have 1,200 gas, almost 13. Spire about to finish up here. And what do we have to stop this? I think he's going into... Well, he'll have some Archons perhaps back at home, but he's got Robo on the way. The gate explosion hasn't happened yet. In fact, there's only done so far 2 gates. Is that what I'm seeing here? You can warp in 2 Stalkers. Is that going to help you?
There's 4 gates in total, Element. I don't know what you're saying, but...
why does it show 2 on my structures? Oh, okay, 2 of them aren't turned into warp gates. That's what it is. Got it.
Well, there's
Makes
6.
Sense. He's got 6 already done.
And rising, yeah.
And rising, okay.
You'll be fine, Element. It's okay.
Sorry, still recovering. We're gonna have to see some cannons, I think, or something of that sort, just to pin down the main here.
Again, with the quick fifth is Cham here, going with the forward expansion. Not a bad choice as he's starting to power up with the units. Enough drones this time. 11 Muta is about to pop for Cham, looking to put on some aggression. This is a beautiful Muta map. I'd expect normally from Protoss you see it.
Drop them boys.
Stargate. Not
There's
the time
them boys.
this time.
Drop them boys. Oh, lost the boys. Oh lord.
Well, this is bad, actually.
They were doomed anyways. Oh, this army itself is out in the middle of the map here.
There's no AA here, guys. Well, some Archons are morphing in. We have 3 Archons being morphed at this 3rd base of Sake. He needs to find some time to get them up before they can focus down by these Mutalists. Mutalists are right on top of this army. The lanes are focusing down these.
Although
Morals
the Archons are doing fairly well, and he stays alive with 18 total health. Oh, he's giving himself away. No! Okay, dear lord, guy. Have something to live for.
Let's look at the health, though, of this army. All these Immortals are really low in shields. There's 1 Archon, also quite low. And then what does he have for warping? Nothing.
Here it is, Bob.
Why is he moving out, Element? This engagement is happening. Nice little surround with these roaches and Hydralists. And Mutalists, rather. The Mutalists
didn't really understand the move out either. He's got good economy going on here.
Focus down those Archons, no problem.
Somehow. But now he's kind of lost all... Oh. Sham paying attention. Shammy, as the chat's been calling him. I like that name. War Prism, save him. Save him, War Prism.
Wow.
2 War Prisms. Neither of them save the right unit. They pick up a Zealot. He doesn't need to be saved.
No, he did not.
He's not worth anything.
Yeah, these mutalisks are
Basically
definitely
Bob.
working out really well for Cham so far. He's put it on the aggression on Sake's side of the map. Sake still
This
moving
base
across,
wide open.
forfeiting his base. This never ends well, guys. When you're against Ling Muta in a base trade situation, yeah, you lost. There are Dark Templar again. Keep in mind on the field.
A third
for Sake.
War Prism? My goodness. Oh, he's just gonna
Why?
let it live too.
Well, it looks like Sake is actually crumbling a little bit under the pressure here, Element. I think there's no other explanation for this. He's put on a heck of a performance, but there are times where there's just holes in his game.
Was worse than it was. I think he had a little bit of time before making his push to just group himself up and get some core units out that could help deal with it, but this is never going to work.
No, this is just way too much Zerg here as he plummets below 100 supply to Sake, as this is a commanding lead for Cham, as Cham looks to end this game right here, right now. That's it. GG's call. Cham takes the 2-0 lead in this series. All right, guys, we're actually in the map now. Gonna load that up as Element gets us into the game. Thank you guys for joining
Already
us today.
in, Bob. You're late to the day. In the bottom right corner, playing Zerg, it is Cham. Chammy, as the chat is calling him. Take it away, Bob.
Or are you just pushing that? You just want them to call him that?
No, the chat's calling him that. Take it away, Bob.
All right, to the northwest side of the map. My bad. It is Sake down 2 games.
Nice. Remember, guys, even if this match does end here, don't leave. We have one more game to cast at the end of everything. It's not a super high level game or anything like that, but it'll be fun. I have been assured of this. It will be fun.
Okay, I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. Only Element does. So yeah, do stay tuned for the mystery game to be cast after this event. Again, this could be match point. Sake could come back and take the series. We do not know. He's definitely beat some top Zergs such as Guru, Matiz already
There's
in
3
this event.
workers going across the map here, Bob. For Cham. He's gonna Bly?
Oh, but you don't send 2 workers to Bly. This is gonna be a different Bly if he does. Maybe this
One
is
hatch goes down.
Oh, he's on
gonna
route.
focus the pylon with the other 2? I don't know. Or
He's
maybe
on
just
route gaming.
2 hatches. Oh lord. Oh lordy.
Is there a second hatch? Where is it? Oh, there's double hatch. Oh, he had 3 workers. Look, I missed one. Sorry.
Where's the second hatch?
Oh, that was terrible.
This is Bob scouting, guys. He's had
Well, I only saw 2 drones. I'm like, how is there possibly another one? I'm looking
his
at
entire
one
main
right
base
now.
disappears, and then he goes and looks back at his base and figures it out. Wall's wide open. 3 hatches, Bob. Cham is putting on a show now.
This is
Oh
cats
boy,
in the
Lurk's
works.
coming across the map. Do we have?
I've never seen
yeah,
3
exactly.
hatches Element. This is new to me.
Joins route, immediately goes crazy.
Yeah, it's like cats. El Capitan, teach me your ways. And,
Oh,
and
no.
cats is like just instantly teaches
Oh no!
them
I've seen this before. Hole in the wall.
that. Oh no! Oh yeah, he was forced to pull. He was trying to use the Zelt to take away.
Gotta pull some
these
boys.
hatcheries.
Pull some boys. Oh no! They need to be going down to the low ground.
Oh, the Zelt will fall, Element, and these workers are gonna go down too. If he picks
You
apart
can
this
drop a
pylon,
cannon right now behind this pylon. He has the mineral for it. Oh, but he makes another worker. Stop that worker right now. You don't need that. He needs to live.
Now, what are these hatches
Oh, no.
for besides distracting Sake right now?
Oh no! Going back to worse. Mothership core's out though. Mama core, do some work.
All right, we'll
Stop
come
that
in.
worker. Did that worker finish? The worker finished. It's terrible.
All right, so
Maybe
the
it's a
Fortune Overcharge
cannon.
will be available. These Ling aggression at the front will end
Pylon.
effectively
He's
here.
a pylon hard. I guess
Oh,
back
these
there works too.
hatches in the main base. This is a Zerg base now, guys. What are we watching right now to possibly end this day? If well, end this event anyway. The day continues. Mystery.
I mean, how
replay,
does
but
it even? There's no
find
way.
best.
This is. I don't. There's not
don't
enough
know.
over Russell to do everything he needs done.
Yeah,
He
you
just
can't
started
get units
cannon.
out
Now he
fast
starts the
enough.
cannon. The cannon would have been the first. I think the companion is like a #1 thing you got to get up.
And the creep
12
is everywhere.
workers
Where's he gonna
versus
build his
15
building?
now? 4 hatches versus.
Oh,
This
more
is a
links
funny
to across. Wow, I've never seen something quite like this, guys. Beautiful play coming
Nope.
out, Champ. Pulling out the
Fantastic
cheese.
play.
El Capitan style.
Pulling
And
out the
another
cheddar.
Fortune over Russell.
2 queens now from the main base.
Oh, take out the mothership
Oh, Lord.
core. Oh, we do get
Well,
one
that's
defensive
good.
cannon at least. Oh, that's
GG
it,
is
GG.
called. My goodness. That happened.
What a
Game
way
was
to...
show that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why this game's the best game on planet Earth, guys. You just never know. You could do anything. It doesn't always work, but you could still do anything. And it worked. Oh, I want to give a big shout to Sake for participating in this event again. He made it so far, put on a heck of a performance in the other games. I'd love to check out those replays. But mad respect for him for putting on a heck of a fight. Just too much for, just Cham is too much for him. And Cham, Root Cham, that's OSC Root Cham, to be more specific, is moving on to Friday's $100 Gauntlet Season 2 Weekly number 2, where Scarlet is in that event as well. 2 more players yet to be announced, guys. So definitely tune in on Friday. That'll be at Friday, 12 p.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. CDT. As this is the Gauntlet Qualifier number 2 after game. Or after
the
event?
after game.
We should give it a name.
After the games.
Game after the game.
There you go.
Desant Station is the map. It's a PVZ.
I'll take away the intros here.
All right.
Game 1 of only 1, guys. We have, spawning in the top left corner, playing Protoss, the DT King himself. It is Fear Dragon.
Oh,
And
Fear
Bobby,
Dragon.
you got the other one.
All right, and to the south side of the map, we have the red Zerg player facing the DT King himself. It is Dalgona.
Nice. That's a pretty cool name. Pretty cool indeed. And we have a pool here early on from Dalgona. Fear Dragon getting a scout, though. Playing well. This is how you play, Bob. Just notes to keep. I know you like to take down notes. Take this one down.
Scout.
And you gotta go a little further. Gotta see that pool. See that pool? See it? There it is.
Okay, guys.
So we
Fear
got
Dragon
going on. Yep.
Fear Dragon, let's make a brief note. People don't know. Fear Dragon, obviously a caster community member. He runs Fear Dragon Ladder Heroes, which is an awesome event. We actually have champions from Fear Dragon Ladder Heroes that participate in season finals for the Gauntlet series, including 4 that will be participating in the 16-player $1,000 Gauntlet Season 2 finals at the end of October, beginning in November time. So that's pretty
Looks
awesome.
to me like this drone. I could be going for Scout actually, but we just saw Sham do some wonders with a drone of his own. But Overseer, Overlord, sees all the things in the main base there.
All right, well, those lings will chase down that probe eventually. What do we got coming out for Fear Dragon? We've seen him do... Oh, well, never mind. We got I like this. Dalgona putting down a proxy
hatch
at the gold base of Fear Dragon.
And why not? Place it a little bit off center. Who cares?
Yeah.
We're going for it. It'd be funny if he plays it raised over top of the gauntlet. So we have proxy hatch come out of here from Dalgona, going full Sham, going full Bly, going full Zerg, in my opinion. And we got Fear Dragon holding off the top of the ramp with a Zealot. He sees the lings, but I don't think he knows of the hatch just yet. No, he doesn't. So this is a little bit worse than he expects. Oh, those lings actually attacking the Cybernetics core. So the Zealot doesn't take any hurting yet.
Something I want to say, Element. Fear Dragon is playing, dare I say, standard.
I know. This is the only way to lose.
And does he know that hatch is happening? Does he know?
No, he has no vision of it. He's not seen it yet.
No, he absolutely not.
We're
So
coming around the back, though. This is interesting. You'll see the creep from the backside. Oh god, that's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, that's awkward. That one.
Yeah.
Probe will see that.
So he's getting a stalker out, but he's heavily supply blocked. He's a caster after all, guys. Not a player.
Well, either way, here we go. The triple spine crawler going down here for Dalgona at the front door of Fear Dragon.
At this point.
Knocking on the door. Man, does Fear Dragon wish he opened quick DTs. And
yeah, exactly. Eh? At this point, you'd be able to get something done with them. And we've got still the Overseer in the main, checking the things out. Sees what Fear Dragon's going for. Sees the Twilight. Pylon there could finish him off, but nope. I still think, I'm not sure if Fear Dragon has seen this yet or made note of it. I guess he has to have. But he hasn't really taken many precautions at the front, that's for sure. Zealot's about to go down. We have, holding off the wall now, a single stalker. Photon over Russell going into place. Oh, just bad enough to hold it off completely, actually. Pylon going to be going down behind him. Basically sealing the fate of the stalker. Poor guy.
Yeah.
You know there's a Dark Templar inside of every stalker, by the way, right?
It is. So technically, he is building DTs.
Yeah, Fear Dragon pretty much giving that guy death, though, sadly. Yeah. Still on one mining base, though, is the Zerg. Keep that in mind. It's 29 workers for Fear Dragon. Healthy economy here. This is all the way in for the Zerg. And shooting on up. Got nailed that force field.
Oh, nice force field.
Oh, not nailed, though. Couple slipped through and killed the Dark Templar stalker.
All right, now these spine crawlers are gonna get some work at this front wall.
Oh boy, another force field missed. Photon Overwrestle goes down, but the creep's coming in. The tumor finishes up, Bob. This is huge because it won't be able to wall off anymore.
Nope, he cannot build on creep, guys.
Lord.
And this front wall will fall. This Cybernetics core will go down to these spine crawlers. A lot of lings pulling up down below. One spine crawler not even being used, Element, because Dalgona gives no cares.
Who needs it? Let it walk.
Well, I think that's all for Photon Overwrestles too. He's really low in health. Is this Mothership core? No energy for Photon Overcharge, and free to run up this ramp is Dalgona.
What do we have on the production tab?
Dark Shrine. The one saving
what
grace
it should be doing the whole time. It's looking dire though. Spines up in his face, up in his base.
Oh
and these
man,
zealots just
all
went
over
to
the
death.
place.
Oh my god, Mama Core gets blown up. Ling's coming in. He warps in a couple zealots. Not sure what they're gonna do.
They hold out hope, Element, for Ire, trying to get some work done. These workers will retreat to the natural base of Fear Dragon, but they have interesting engagement here. These lings are a little bit derping, trying to kill these buildings in between the mineral fields. These queens are also letting loose a lot of damage.
Two DTs warping in, Bob. They have a lot of work to do.
They do a lot of work, but they can do a lot of work. Where's he going? Is this going to the other side of the map?
Not. I guess they're going across the map. Yes. Has the lings taken out the Dark Shrine? Those are the only DTs that will be made at this point. More lings coming in. Lots of cannons going up, but the lings, they see cannons warping in, but they've decided this pylon's worth more to them. So I guess they'll focus that down.
No more
DTs
production
on the other side of the map do get into the main, slicing down the workers, Bob. Oh boy,
Lairs only halfway done for Dalgona. These DTs have free reign in the main base, force a retreat with his workers. Dalgona can head to the safety and confines of his proxy hatchery with spines, of course. Now, still a pretty scary force coming out Dalgona. Supplies miraculously still even. You ain't cracking this cannon line anytime soon, though, Dalgona, as that's exactly something that Fear Dragon is relying on, as his DTs are doing terrible damage.
Close hatch, Bob.
Oh, it's so close.
Oh god. Do we have an overseer in production? We don't.
No, there's one. There it is.
Just got it in time, else that game was going south fast. So what do we got? We got mining at the gold. We got a probe behind the gold, spotting the mining. He knows what's up. And a pylon going down. Interesting. Do we still have... No, we don't have a forge or anything in that case. It already died. I guess that's just maybe he'll set up a base back there himself. We will see shortly.
Yeah, crossing.
DT's still going ham. Gonna take out the pool. It's interesting.
And not bad. So those DTs did the work. They eliminated the main base and the mining for Dalgona. Now Dalgona, though, is just transferring his workers to his and now he regrets not aligning that hatchery correctly.
Oh god. The 8-minute cannon rush is going on here, Bob. DT's into cannon rush, Fear Dragon style.
He's gonna cannon rush his natural base.
From behind the gold base of his natural at 8 minutes. Oh, DT can focus down this 4. Okay. I guess. Okay. Safer place, I suppose.
Oh, they can definitely jump in on that, but it would have been nicer before that spine crawler landed.
That one got ripped all the way away. Oh, DTs go down. There's an overseer in the main, so it's not like, or in Fear Dragon's old main, I guess is what it's actually called. 4 zealots now, and a mothership core with 75 energy, so pylons can be over-wrestled.
Oh, here we go, Element. The cannon's going down behind the gold base of Dalgona.
Dalgona sees it now, too. He knows what's up. And we have 3 gates in the main. He could slip out a probe, actually, at any time and go make a base elsewhere. He's got so many workers on that main mining. Let's see what's happening here. We got a cannon rush going down from behind. Lings are going to try and go all the way around. Nope. Not happening. Good enough. Oh, that's not going to work either. Okay, that's a lot of lings, though. If he had banelings, he might be able to get something done here, but as it stands, I don't think they're going to be able to crack this the zealot cannon base. And Fear Dragon getting another Twilight Council, second of the game here. Does stop all the mining at that base. Hatch. Dalgona is now taking Fear Dragon's main. That's what's happening now.
What game is this, Element? This is why StarCraft is beautiful.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Indeed.
This is crazy. Fear Dragon, what's happening? All right, so we have a...
I don't know.
We have a mass cannon line, because he has so much mineral, too. is Fear Dragon. He's been mining quite healthily himself, so he can afford all those cannons. There's no way you're cracking this anytime soon. I don't care how many lings he got. Warping in a lot of basic gateway units, going to try to clear off some of these sieging spine crawlers and clean it up. They will. Well, it's pretty close though. Nice transfuse going down on the spine crawlers. Actually, these lings get this round too, eliminating the rest of this gateway force, and that did not end quite as well as Fear Dragon hoped it would. But that being said, a lot of those lings got killed in that engagement too. That's something right now Dalgona can't afford. He's not mining at all, not for the last few minutes since he lost that gold base. Or didn't lose the gold base, but he can't mine from it anymore.
Yeah, he's down to 6 workers. The Fear Dragon's 29. Though income-wise, Fear Dragon's down a couple patches. Oh, this probe's oh no, it's gonna get caught actually. Bob, what do we have in the production tab?
Another Dark Shrine element.
Another Dark Shrine, indeed. Fear Dragon, King of Dark Shrine, King of Dark Templars. He knows how to win games. You need Dark Templar for this type of play.
I mean, without the Dark Templar, he wouldn't have been in this position anyway. Like, he wouldn't be a head supply element.
Yeah.
He would be dead. And so it allowed him to, punish the economy on the other side of the map. Good choice. I think any other player, even pros, man, using DTs, I'm going to use these DTs to chase away your attack and try to retake my main base. No, he had the patience and wherewithal to send those DTs across the map, knowing full well there would be nothing in the Zerg main base.
Look at this, Bob. He's taking the gold. His Fear Dragon. The other gold now.
Taking...
I guess this worker came all the way back around and is now but lings. Oh, I thought they were jumping out. Okay, 2 lings are gonna go scout this out. So this shouldn't be able to get up. It should be shut down actually. They'll
or will it?
Okay.
Warp into
DT. They'll Alright, they're just gonna keep going. There is a worker, by the way, still in the south there.
For
Dalgona. So that's interesting. I guess the lings won't act on this because it's now a complete wall and cannons behind the wall for Fear Dragon. Walling Dalgona into the middle part there. I guess he could go all the way around. Kill the rocks. Interesting play though nonetheless.
Photonov also goes down, takes out one of the spine crawls before it could burrow. A nice play there from Fear Dragon, being fully aware of his situation. Now he's taking that gold base, as Elman did point out. It's almost done. In fact, I don't expect him to actually just, transfer his workers. Well, he can walk there. I guess he doesn't actually need to recall them there, but he could do either way. And
there's no path to walk there. Unless he breaks his own rocks, actually.
Oh yeah, the rocks aren't taken out. Never mind. I don't know.
Yeah. He could, however... Oh, Stalker from behind. This must have been warped in, I suppose.
I gotta love this middle in this choke point in the middle of the map. Cannons and gateways.
That's so good. It's Fear Dragon for you.
This is awesome.
Lings are gonna try and break through.
This is like me and Age of Empires.
I have walled it off, sir.
Oh, it's wonderful. Like that's stuck. Like this Zerg is stuck in the middle of the map now. You can't leave anywhere.
Well, you can leave at the top.
The top. Oh yeah, I guess there's there. It's true.
Plenty of bases to take.
Lots of bases to take.
Fear Dragon just picking away at this spawning pool now. Slowly but surely. Keep that health in the tab. And wow, this game going up to layer is Dalgona, who's not evened out, but gotten his worker count up high. In fact, if we check the income, because there's not many workers at the gold right now, Zerg's actually ahead in mineral mining. Oddly enough.
Alright, Robotics facility has completed for Fear Dragon. So I expect some immortals to pop.
Shuttle some workers, maybe, or I guess he could use the mothership core and transfer them that way. A recall.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like he might do, but
yeah, that's probably the best way.
Definitely an option for him. Oh wow, what a bonkers game! This is definitely one of the craziest games I've ever seen. Element, and brought to you by Fear Dragon, no less. We got cannons at this gold base, building up more workers.
Fear Dragon has DTs all around the map. The DT King, you would expect such.
I like this, just to make sure there's no proxies, not gonna get caught off guard by hidden Zerg bases yet again. Oh,
that's quite a few roaches coming out now, though, for Dalgona. What do we have for Fear Dragon? Nothing, really.
Cannons.
In fact, oh my god, Bob, look at this one pylon that's on the left here. Looks like it's powering quite a bit. I suppose this one's probably powering these 3, but still at the front. Ravages could be good here. Probably could finish the game even, except DT's hacking away on this hatch. Gonna kill it. Does he still have that one overseer? I guess he has a layer now, could make more. We've got DTs coming to the bottom, gonna work on the rocks, I suppose. Oh, he's hidden now. You know where the DT is by the base, Bob?
Which ones?
The middle base there.
Yeah.
I guess there's 3, but there's also one hidden behind the rocks.
Really? I can't see your vision, so it won't let me. So.
Behind the rocks. Never mind. You'll see them eventually, Bob. Oh, gonna focus down this boar.
Oh, catches him just a little bit off guard.
Transfuse? That's it. No. Wow, he gets it. There's an overseer though, right?
Yeah, there was. Where is it though?
It's coming. It's coming. He's got to get in and get out soon. Got to do the work and get out. Oh goodness.
Well, the spawning pool is going so low.
DT
Element.
King lets some of his DTs die.
That's okay, as long as it gets the spawning pool down. Oh, it's still alive, but it will. Oh, the transfuse is going down.
Transfuse. He needs
to
lift that and plant it somewhere else. No, the queen. No. Oh, sacrificial queen. Given to the DT King.
All right, spawning pool will fall. Lair is complete though for Dalgona in the main base of Fear Dragon. Fear Dragon hasn't built a thing from his robotics facility, which I find a little bit interesting. I'd expect at the minimum some observers or immortals to break through this line.
It's actually shuttling workers across the map.
Oh, is that what he
built? To the north there.
He did get
yes. So the pool is down. Is he rebuilding that? Yes, he is. Hydra is down at the same time. That's going to be something. I think just a bunch of Ravages right now would be pretty cool, but gas-wise, it's on one base, so he doesn't have all the gas. So that's why he's making Hydras.
That's what you do when you're low in gas. You make Hydras.
Yeah. No need for gas there.
I mean, Ravagers are the natural. I mean, you got some Ravagers right now, but that's just what you need. You could siege these cannons quite well, quite effectively. In fact, you can start pushing it back, but that's not meant to be. A lot of idle workers here in the natural base of Fear Dragon. He could definitely send those over.
Oh wow.
To his other base.
It's a huge force actually now for Dalgona. I think he's going to push in too. I believe Fear Dragon's going to lose this entire northern base here.
Yeah, facility.
Right?
In this case. Well, there's not a lot of pylons, and I think Dalgona has identified that. You mentioned
4
it before,
pylons,
too.
but 3 are actually powering the main defense here. Here's one going to go down. Wow. I think he's going to lose that whole edge there. And we have a lurker den coming in, Bob. Would look to be a really good position for Fear Dragon. Starting to get pretty dire. Though he does have that gold pace and that stronghold. And
no, guys, we do not know who Dalgona is, but we know who Fear Dragon is. And that's the game we are casting right now from replay as a bonus game for this
damage here. Yep, just focusing on that pylon. Okay. Backs off.
Yeah, he lost a lot of roaches doing that too, Element. So I think he would have been better just going in, suiciding onto this pylon, and that would
just jump on that first pylon. And if he gets these gates in a robo, or even just the pylons powering them, this game's like basically over. But now, actually, Fear Dragon's building up a decent force. 6 stalkers there, an immortal. It's getting there.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Fear Dragon take more bases too. Fear Dragon is actually pretty decent income, all things considered. He could take the main base of Dalgona.
Well, he's got a worker going out to the north right base there. North right.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
North right.
That's east Element.
North right. And another battle happening in the main. Actually, considerable force now from Fear Dragon came out of nowhere.
Yeah, you got some more pins.
He had nothing, but now he's got something. 2 lurkers though. This is gonna be just the underpinning of the force here for Dalgona.
Still, this engagement is so powerful though, with these immortals in tow, doing a heck of a lot of damage against this roach-based force of Dalgona. He shaved off a lot of the supply of Zerg player, up 74 supply to 61 to that of his Zerg opponent, his Fear Dragon.
Yeah, I feel like he had the opportunity there. Is this in? Okay, the cannons can actually see these.
Oh yes, he baited the queen. Oh, he baited the queen at the gold base, and it came into
wow!
fire.
Is this a 1 health lurker? 2 health lurker. My goodness, that guy needs some transfusion.
Yeah,
some loving.
Needs some transfusion love. I don't think there's enough energy.
God, take the pylons. No, it's too late now. Losing most of his army in the top base. Is Fear Dragon going to push through this? From look like he's just going to lose seconds ago, or at least lose that whole northern side.
I got
a follow from Rafa. Thanks for that.
What's the heroes of the day? What's the heroes of the day here? These Dark Templars Element or these immortals who have really dealt a lot of damage to the force of Dalgona, which was, as you said, very scary initially.
Well, you need to remember, had he have never taken out that base in the beginning with the DTs, I don't think this game would have even gotten to this point.
Oh yeah,
moving in on this lurker is Fear Dragon. He's been rustled a little bit too far this day.
Yeah, you ain't
rustling this guy. He's going to go forth and attack. Nope. Nope. Not him.
You rustle him, he's gonna hustle you, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. The lair goes down. That's it. GG. Well played. Spear Dragon. What
Takes
a game.
The DT King. What a game.
Oh man, what a treat. What a beautiful game coming out of a beautiful man. Spear Dragon takes this game versus Delgona, one of the craziest ones I've seen, that is for sure. And that's the beautiful thing about Ladder Element. That's the beautiful thing about StarCraft. And that was the game, a best of one. A special little replay provided by Fear Dragon. Wow. That's wonderful. That was the story behind that. How did you get that element?
I watched him play yesterday, and that was the last game. Sure Should I was there too. He saw it as well, live. And I was like, please, Fear Dragon, do something to win this game. And it looked really like he was going to lose there when that huge Roach Force came out. And then he didn't lose. And, you know, it's just the pylons there. If you focus those down, he loses 3 of his gates and his Robo, and I think the position he's in is that of a losing player.
Yeah, it was a Diamond League match, guys, just for those who were wondering. That was Diamond League for sure. But
Bob's in there. Bob's seen that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
gets wild down there.
So that was just our bonus match for today, guys, as we had our champion Cham for this Gauntlet qualifier. Made it through to Friday's $100 Gauntlet Season 2 number 2 event. So he took home $35. Sake got second place, takes home $15, but it is Cham who qualifies to compete against the likes of Scarlet and 2 others yet to be announced yet for Friday's event. It's going to be pretty sick. So thank you guys for joining us today. And Element, give a big shout out to and the message.
I got 2 major shout outs here.
Yeah.
Gonna start with first donator of the day, which was Lib75, hitting us with a 20 sheet. He said, "Expletive Ronald, bring Bobby back home." And thanks to the second massive donation by Corona Boy, I can tell everybody here we caught Ronald. He's in jail now. And Bobby is no longer fearing for his life. He is safe.
Yeah,
Corona Boy with that $80 donation, huge, massive, biggest donation we've ever had on this channel.
It is.
I think. Quite sure. I know I've seen some 50s, but that one just takes the cake.
Thanks so much, guys. That means a lot to us. Really does. So if you guys want to help support the channel, consider hitting up that sub button. You get some sick new emotes that we just got. Seriously, they're the best. You can use them all over the place. People will be genuinely jealous. Like, I personally don't use emotes. As I said before, I like using the English language, but those are amazing. Like, we got the Dustin Browder one, and of course the Bobbin one, just the best ever. And you'll see them appear from time to time in our casts in their specific roles that we have, of course. So
I'll tell you after.
Okay. So yes, so if you do like the support channel, just hit up the follow button, get notified when we go live. That costs you nothing, and it means a lot to us. Or consider hitting up the sub button or donation button down below. It allows us to continue doing what we're doing and what we do, we love to do, and we hope you guys do as well. And we have a whole lot happening. Tomorrow we do Go for SC2 at 12 p.m. Central Time. Friday is the aforementioned Gauntlet Season 2 weekly number 2 $100 event. Scarlet, Cham, 2 other players yet to be announced will be battling out for the $100 prize pool, as well as spots in the 16-player $1,000 Gauntlet Season 2 finals at the end of this season. And I guess that's all for us today, guys. Thank you guys so much again. Honestly, it means a lot to us that you guys are hanging, chilling, watching StarCraft with us, the best game planet Earth. I'm Bobby Awesome, with me is Element, and till next time.
Yep, till next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Been a blast, and we will see you all.
Your dragons in chat there.
Hopeful.
Thanks to the cast friends. Oh, Fear Dragon, what a boss. What a boss
I
game,
asked the
Fear Dragon.
He gave it, so he knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you, Fear Dragon.
All right, later, guys.
Later, guys.